2 wins in a row for the DubSea Fish Sticks to start out this 4-game homestand this weekend and looking for a third straight here tonight against a very familiar face in the Redmond Dudes, a team that the Sticks beat 14-6 on Thursday right here at Mel Olson Stadium. I'm Kyle Sweeney, joined alongside by Angus Trangmo. And Angus, a big reason for the victories in the past 2 days for the Fish Sticks is because of the blazing hot bat from Beckett Turnbow.
Turnbow started this summer 0 for 9, and since then it's been only up. That average is up to 340, and the OPS north of 1. He had his second homer of the summer last night and went back-to-back on Stick of the Game honors to start this homestand. And like I said, average up to 340. That's one of the highest on the team, counting all batters, qualified or not. And specifically against this Dudes team, only 6 official at-bats, but he's got 3 hits and an OPS of 1.405.
So we'll be looking for Turnbow to continue that one. He has reached base each of his last 8 plate appearances going back to Thursday. But after a win yesterday over the Everett Merchants, the Fish Sticks have won 3 of their last 4 and won their 20th game of the 2026 campaign last night. And I briefly mentioned it, but the win on Thursday was a big one for the Sticks, who were really struggling from the dish prior to that game.
Yeah, they really were. They had a stretch where they lost 4 of 5 games, and along with the free passes that were being issued by the pitchers, the bats just couldn't really get going and start clicking for this team. And the past 2 days have been night and day from that lineup we saw during that losing skid. 14 on Thursday against this Dude squad, and then 9 last night. They are looking for more tonight against Redmond in the 8th matchup between these 2 squads.
The final game between the Dudes and the Fish Sticks. Here tonight, the Sticks are 5-2 against the Dudes this season, looking to make it 6 wins to finish off their last meeting. First pitch coming up here on the Fish Sticks Network.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
They always say, think happy thoughts. It's easy when you're a Wendy's Cookie Dough Frosty Fusion. I'm an instant dopamine hit. Get it? Dopamine? Like cookie dough. I said like cookie dough! Happiness is a Cookie Dough Frosty Fusion at Wendy's.
For over 15 years, As You Wish Electric has offered the comprehensive electrical solutions Seattle families trust. We are proud to announce that we can now also serve your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. As we grow, we are committed to delivering the same knowledgeable and friendly experience that earned our spot as the region's top-rated electrical company. Contact As You Wish Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air today to learn more.
Back here at the Friar for another lovely night of Saturday night baseball. The second to last Saturday night game here at the Friar. Time does really fly this year. Kyle Sweeney and Angus Trangmo with you here as we take a look at the first fish that was thrown out tonight by Jonathan Jolly. It's his 46th birthday today. Happy birthday to him. And he also is a cancer survivor. So he got to throw out the first fish tonight to Cole Nutfer.
Yeah, a little bit low in the turf, but nicely handled by Nut for the pitcher, getting his catching in today. And this should be a fun game. These 2 teams know each other better than any 2 teams in the PIL know each other. So this should be a fun one, and it's a bit of a new-look lineup for the Fish Sticks today as well. You'll have Rylan Gullard in the leadoff spot and some other mainstays, but one in particular, Beckett Turnbow, a late scratch in the lineup, will not be playing today.
And that's a big one. Again, we highlighted him in the opening. He has gone 8 straight plate appearances where he's reached base, including that home run yesterday, as we highlighted, but was a late scratch. So the Dudes will have 10 batters today because this is a non-league game. And originally, the Fish Sticks had Turnbow in their lineup with 10 batters, but the late scratch, and now they're going with 9. So kind of an interesting tidbit there between these 2 teams. But this is the 8th and final meeting between these 2 squads. So you have seen the Redmond Dudes so often here at the Friar, and that's also something about it, is every time that we play the Dudes, it's been here, right here at Mel Olson Stadium. So a final send-off tonight, but it was a 14-6 victory the last time these 2 teams played. 6 of those runs for the Sticks came in the bottom half of the 8th inning, as Jaden Mizuno is being rolled out in the King County Metro Water Taxi. He will be the starting pitcher for tonight's game. We'll get into him a little bit more after the national anthem, which is going to be sung right in front of home plate by Sari Savi, the University of Puget Sound guy, and Jaden Mizuno getting the call tonight. Now Savi being introduced as the national anthem will roll around here in about 30 seconds. Again, Sari Savi with the national anthem. But back to Jaden Mizuno. This will be his second start of the season, usually a bullpen guy. We've seen him 10 other times come out of the pen. 18 2/3 innings coming into this one. He gets the starting nod tonight.
We've seen him start a couple games this year. He's been a hybrid guy, starting and in the pen. And last night was purely a bullpen game for this team. And you got to think that Mark Lynn and the Sticks are looking for as many innings as possible out of Jaden Mizuno today.
Mizuno comes in with a 7.23 ERA, which is not what we expected from him coming in from the University of Puget Sound down in Tacoma, where he led the team in ERA with, it was just a shade over 2. And he was such a reliable reliever for them last year. So a little bit of a different script this summer. He last pitched on Sunday in that 8-6 loss against the Studs. He went 1 inning, and it was 1 scoreless inning, and let up a couple earned runs in the appearance before that against this very same Redmond Dudes team back on July 17th. So they are familiar with this. I mean, these two teams are so familiar with each other. We've already talked about that. But Mizuno's going to get another go-around after kind of a rough outing about a little over a week ago against this team. As we take a look at the Dudes starting lineup for today's game, Gabe Pham, a familiar name that we haven't seen in the last 2 games for the Dudes, is out in center. He'll lead things off. Lucas Coma, who's had a heck of the last couple of games against this team, he's in the 2-hole playing third base. Orlando Young, who came in for Kyler Malner after Malner was hit by a pitch in the head, is in the 3-hole. And playing second base, Adam Harvey, Marwin Yu, and Ethan King will be in the heart of the order. And then Kenny Chu, Austin Enderson back in the lineup. He's hitting 8th hole. And then a couple of newer names for this squad, Xavier Hess and Maddox Nichols, will round out the starting lineup. Here's the first pitch. And the play ball kid gets us underway. So it's Mizuno versus Pham to start things off. Pham from Everett Community College. Struggled a little bit last season, hit around 200. And he's in center. We haven't seen him in the past 3 games for this team, but he was the staple center fielder the first couple of times that these two teams played back in late June.
Usually Adam Harvey finds himself in the leadoff spot for this team. Harvey today hitting cleanup, and that back-to-back 1-2 punch of Adam Harvey and Marwin Yu at 4 and 5 in this lineup is going to be dangerous for the Dudes all night.
A 14-6 victory just 2 days ago for the Sticks, looking to do the same tonight as Mizuno gets things kicked off with a strike to Pham.
Not the biggest guy is
1. And again, the rockiness that we've seen from Mizuno, especially in July, is just not something we've come to expect after such a great season last year at the University of Puget Sound. That one's also high for ball 2. And Jaden Mizuno, he's teammates with a couple of guys on his team, including Gavin George, who we haven't seen play since really the first couple of weeks of the season after a torn hamstring. But two really good players coming out of Puget Sound as that one's popped up towards right field. Eisenhut is there, but Sonoy calls him off for the first out of the game.
That's a great start for Jaden Mizuno. And like you said, a scoreless inning against the Seattle Studs, which is nothing to scoff at. That Studs lineup is so dangerous. And hopefully that inning was just kind of a bounce back for him into a strong finish to the season.
Also only took him 6 pitches in that one inning of work against the Studs, who have been at the top of the PIL all summer long. That's upstairs to Lucas Coma. Coma, we've seen him in the 5-hole a couple of times over the last week. From Everett Community College as well, just like Gabe Pham. Hit .323 last year in his freshman season, had 41 RBIs in 48 games. Really impressive freshman campaign. 2-0, grounded, chopped. Mizuno's going to grab it. He's going to fumble it, and Coma is going to be aboard. That was just a tough play all around.
That ball was in the air for so long. After bouncing off home plate, even if Mizuno made a completely clean exchange right there, still would have been a really tough play for him. And if you're Mizuno, you probably want to let either Alex Amata or Noah Kung on the left side of the infield take that and use the momentum over to first base. But even if Amata or Kung took that ball, it still would have been a really tough play. That's kind of just a bad break for Mizuno.
That will go down as a hit for Coma, who was 3 for 4 on Thursday. That's ball 1 to Orlando Young. Young attending Bellevue Community College. Hit .290 last year. Again, he entered into the game on Thursday in place of Kyler Malner. Mizuno checks over at Coma. And Coma had 3 stolen bases in that game on Thursday. Also had 3 runs. 2 of those stolen bases were from second to third as well. So Mizuno checks on him, try to keep him at first. That one's way upstairs. Daly has to leap up behind the dish. So Jake Daly is going to get the start at home. We saw Evan Hellner at first base. We saw JT Hardy get his first action behind the dish yesterday. It's been a revolving door with Barsotti, Daly, and Hellner for most of the season. Popped up towards the same spot, but Eisenhut's going to call this one off for out number 2.
And that's big, weak contact from Orlando Young. That brings up Adam Harvey in the cleanup spot. The best batting gloves in the PIL stepping into the box. Also the Dick's Burger batter today.
Angus is going to try to get his revenge with the Dick's Burger batter. Lucas Coma was Thursday's Dick's Burger batter and had 3 hits and did not strike out. So a strikeout means $2 off vouchers to Dick's Burgers. We had a Dick's Drive-In night a week ago against the Northwest Honkers, a thriller of a game and also the largest crowd in franchise history. Fouled off. Now a 1-1 count to Al Harvey. Al Harvey originally started in the outfield in the first few games against this Fish Sticks team, and he made the move to shortstop, which is kind of a surprise to us, but he's been pretty impressive over there at the 6th slot.
Yeah, it was a big gap to fill when Julian Unai left this team to join the Bend Elks of the West Coast League, and Al Harvey has done a very good job of doing that.
This one's ripped over to short. That'll get past Noah Coog for a base hit. So 2 runners are aboard with 2 gone. Al Harvey is aboard.
It's the Burger Batter power, man. It's another great hit from a Dick's Burger batter wearing a Redmond Dudes jersey. Now 2 runners on for Marwin Yu. This is dangerous for the Fish Sticks.
Marwin Yu played it for the Chinese Taipei U18 squad. Made the trip over to Seattle. He was 3 for 4 2 games ago against this Fish Sticks team and also ripped a double that 2-hopped the wall on Thursday. Really dangerous hitter and also a great glove behind the plate. That one's low for ball 1. We've seen multiple times Marwin Yu gun down would-be stolen bases at second base. Lucas Coma took a really big secondary lead at second. Again, stole third twice on Thursday. And he's going to go again. Mizuno picks him off. Now we've got a pickle. Here's Eisenhut. He's going to attempt to get the out, and he does. Right on cue, Jaden Mizuno heads up play on the mound. He gets Lucas Coma and a pickle. That'll be the third out of the inning. Weird way to get the third out from Lucas Coma. To the bottom of the first we go here at the Friar.
For over 15 years, As You Wish Electric has offered the comprehensive electrical solutions Seattle families trust. We are proud to announce that we can now also serve your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. As we grow, we are committed to delivering the same knowledgeable and friendly experience that earned our spot as the region's top-rated electrical company. Contact As You Wish Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air today to learn more.
Once upon a home, in a Seattle bungalow, the Huffs searched on Thumbtack to find their next pro. Now the job is all done, and the table is set. The hot dogs taste better on their fancy new deck. Start your home story on Thumbtack.
Scoreless top of the first inning for the Redmond Dudes after Lucas Coma is picked off at second base. As we take a look at the Fish Sticks starting lineup for tonight's game, Rylan Gullard, Alex Hamada making the leap from the bottom of the order to the two-hole slot today, and then Braden Bartholomew, who's been hitting the ball so well in the last week or so. They'll be at the top of the order, and then Evan Hellner, Riley Sonoy, and Noah Kung in the heart. And then Tyler Eisenhut, who just tagged out Lucas Coma at second base. A nice play to corral the ball and apply the tag. He's hitting in the seventh hole, and then Jake Daly and Will Cooley, the future Zag, will round out the order. Again, only 9 batters. There could be 10 batters for a non-league tilt tonight, but with Beckett Turnbow's late scratch, only 9 in the lineup for interim head coach Mark Lynn and the Fish Sticks, who will be facing off against Aiden Dixon Howell. This is a new pitcher that the Fish Sticks are going to face for the first time against the Dudes, which is kind of a rarity now in the 8th meeting this year.
Yeah, it really is. We expected to see a familiar face, and we did not see a familiar face at all at the mound. And it's a short bench for the Dudes today. Only 4 guys, to be exact, are listed as subs for Redmond today, and all 4 of those guys can pitch. But they've got to be expecting a ton of innings out of Aiden Dixon Howell. So expect him to go pretty deep into this game, regardless of whether he gives up a bunch of runs early.
Rylan Gullard will lead things off, as he so often does for this Fish Sticks team, but he's been struggling a little bit against the Redmond Dudes this year. We haven't really seemed to figure it out, but he's just hitting .207 in now his 8th game against the Dudes, as that one fired in for ball 1 from Dixon Howell. Gullard still above 300 this season. He's hitting .306. He was 1 for 4 yesterday with 3 RBIs against the Everett Merchants. Big swing and a miss there for strike 1.
Gullard getting on base 3 times out of 10 against this Dude's team still, but an OPS of 648, which is so many points below where his season average is.
Gullard out in front of that off speed, rolls over, but it gets through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Not the hardest hit ball we've seen Rylan Gullard hit in the last 24 hours, but he is aboard with a lot of speed.
Yeah, that just finds a gap. That's a good break for Rylan Gullard off the turf, and we saw Lucas Coma kind of just find a gap in the infield as well after it bounced off home plate. A similar hit for Gullard, and last game against the Dudes, maybe just trying to show this team that he's one of the best hitters on the squad, because he is.
Alex Hamada steps in to the left side of the batter's box for the first time tonight, hitting in the 2-hole position. This is the highest we've seen Hamada this year. So 1, 2, 3 batters in Rylan Gullard, Alex Hamada, and Braden Bartholomew all lead the team in games played this year. They've all played now in their 32nd of 35 possible games. As Hamada checks swings. There's no umpire at third base. That wasn't a swing anyway for ball 2. Hamada had a great game yesterday. He was 1 for 1. Also had a walk, was hit by a pitch, and a sac bunt. Gollard has 11 stolen bases on the year. That leads the team. And he's going to take off here. Hit and run scenario. Hamada over to second base. And Orlando Young can't handle it. So an error from Young at second, and now 2 are aboard with nobody out.
That is a well-executed hit and run by Alex Hamada. Even though it won't go down as a hit, he puts it on the ground, makes it a tough play for Young, and once Young sees Gollard going and then the ball coming straight at him, he's got a lot to think about over there at second base, and he forgets to take priority of the ball. And now 2 runners on, nobody gone for Braden Bartholomew, which usually means bad things for his opponents.
Leads the team in homers, leads the team in RBIs, something that he extended yesterday. This one's hit well. It's hit deep into left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. Braden Bartholomew wastes no time. A 3-run shot here in the bottom of the first inning. And the Sticks get on the board.
Well, that's a good start for the Fish Sticks. 3 base runners on 3 batters and 3 runs. This is a nightmare start for Aiden Dixon Howell, as he's now got to face Evan Hellner in the cleanup spot. But Bartholomew, his 5th homer of the summer. He takes the team lead. Someone threw the ball back up and over the fence. It's on the warning track now, but that ball was on a line. I think that's the hardest line drive homer we've seen all summer.
31 RBIs on the season now for Braden Bartholomew. The next closest is Rylan Gollard with 22. Gollard and Hamada come across, and it's 3-0 Fish Sticks. This one's over to Orlando Young. This time makes the play and fires over to first base to retire Hellner. But man, Bartholomew, I think everyone in the stadium knew it. That one was gone. You shot your hand straight up as soon as it was hit.
He just loves that left field fence here at the Friar. Every homer he's had this summer has been at the Friar, and it's been out to left field. The wind is blowing lightly that direction, but still going that direction. And off the bat, that just had the right sound. It had the right trajectory, and it went up and over that first net, and it's gone.
Riley Sonoy, who wasn't in the lineup on Thursday against this Dude's team, is hit by a pitch on the first pitch of the at-bat against Dixon Howell, and Sonoy is hitting .417 in 6 games against this Dude's team this season. Reaches base again, and now that'll bring up Noah Kuhn. Sonoy barely had time to get his batting gloves off before he's checked over at first base.
Yeah, Riley Sonoy, it'll basically be the first time he faces Dixon Howell if he does face him again next time through, but 5 for 12 this summer against the Redmond Dudes, driving in 3 runs with those 5 hits, and now that's 2 straight batters hit. And Noah Kuhn is so talented at getting hit by baseballs.
Now takes the team lead for hit by pitches. That is his 9th hit by a pitch this season. Is there skill in getting hit by a pitch? I believe there is.
Well, there's courage that goes into
that
it,
is true.
And Noah Kuhn just leans into anything that comes at him. The other side of the coin is JT Hardy, who not only leans out of the way, but sells it so well that a lot of those pitches that are close are called balls regardless. But Kuhn just eats those, and there's a reason he leads the team. I mean, that's 3 games now this weekend at home that he's been hit by a pitch in a row.
That one gets past Marwin Yu. That is a rarity. Both runners will advance, and now 2 runners in scoring position for Tyler Eisenhut.
And honestly, Marwin Yu didn't have much of a chance at hauling in that pitch behind the plate. This is not going well for Aiden Dixon Howell. And after getting an out of Evan Hellner, the cleanup guy for the Fish Sticks after that 3-run homer, you thought maybe he would have that bounce back with no runners on, but instantly more pressure from the Sticks.
Over to third, Lucas Coma is going to grab it and make sure Sonoy doesn't advance and throw out Eisenhut at first base. We've seen that so much from Eisenhut this year, is just hard line drives, hard ground balls towards the left side of the infield that are just right at defenders.
Yeah, Lucas Coma is a really good glove for this Dude's team. He's one of the best all-around players Redmond has and has had all summer.
That'll bring up Jake Daly. hitting in the 8-hole tonight. He takes a look at strike one. Daly, after such a hot start to the summer, has struggled at the plate since then. He's hitting just 194 this year, but was 1 for 2 with a couple RBIs in yesterday's game. Off speed, taken up the middle, going to be a tough play for Al Harvey. The scoop is made over at first base by Maddox Nichols. Pour out number 3. But it's 3-0 going into the top of the second inning thanks to a 3-run moonshot once again by Brandon Bartholome that gives the Sticks an early lead.
And that is a great start for the Fish Sticks, and that's a great start for Jaden Mizuno as well. You get through that first inning scoreless after a little bit of traffic, and he does have to face Marwin Yu again right here, but now he's playing with a lead. The Fish Sticks offense, which has been clicking here at the Friar this weekend, is picked up right where they left off, and he can pitch with a little less weight on his shoulders now.
A weird top of the first inning after Lucas Coma had an infield single that took one enormous bounce upstairs to Jaden Mizuno himself before he fumbled it and couldn't make the throw. It probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. Coma was already to first base. And then he would eventually get his revenge, Jaden Mizuno would, by picking off Coma at second base. All the while, the head, shoulders, fish competition is going on down the first base line. This is a fun one.
We've seen some fish almost get ripped in half this year.
It just means more.
It does.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jonah got him. There we go. That's what I'm talking about with the...
Oh, he lets go. What a humble young man.
Oh, no, they're going to do last three. That makes sense. It's a tie. We got to get this game on the road. We can't have any fish stick eating competition incidents again.
Looking at the schedule, no eating competitions today.
Goodness.
An absolute pleasure for us.
So now we got to do final 2, right?
Mizuno's done with his warm-up.
Okay. We've learned our lesson from
Yep.
the fish stick eating competition mistake, if you will.
The gaff.
It was a gaff. It was a goof and a gaff.
It's not anyone's fault on the game day operations side. It is the people
contestants'
who are eating the fish sticks, which we bring up almost every broadcast now because of how disastrous that performance was. And not only that one for the fish sticks, but there was also, I believe, a hot dog one. And then a couple of days ago was...
Just last night.
Yeah, or last night.
The
fish nuggets competition. That was a tough one.
Let me just say, again, we say it, like you said, almost every night. We would crush those people.
And, yeah. I bet we could have a camera on us here in the booth, and we could have the exact same thing they're eating and just wipe them. An interesting idea, but Marwin Yu steps to the plate for the second time already. He was at the dish when Lucas Coma got picked off at second base. He's ahead 2-0. This one's lined into center field, but right at Rylan Gullard. Good piece of hitting. A little bit unlucky for Marwin Yu, but that'll be out number 1.
It's basically the only way the Fish Sticks have been able to get out Marwin Yu this year is hard contact that just goes right in the general direction of a fielder. And that time, Rylan Gullard, we've seen him make some very impressive catches out there in center. That time he didn't need to do too much, just a few steps to his left.
So they'll bring up Ethan Keene, who's playing in right field and batting 6 for the Dudes. He takes a look at ball 1. This has looked much, much cleaner from Jaden Mizuno so far than we saw before Sunday's outing against the Studs. That one's fouled off into the sheet metal. That surprises literally every single fan in front of us.
Cover your ears. This could be your first game of the Friar. This could be your 300th. Every time. That's gonna put a scare into you.
1-1 count now to Ethan Keene. We saw a very clean bat break over the leg about a week ago from Keene. That one's sent in towards the bullpen for the Fish Sticks. He has had a little bit of a frustrating go against the Sticks over the past week. He struck out 3 times in that game. And then just a couple of days ago, he just had a line drive that went right into the outfield and right into the glove of the left fielder, which never a good feeling. Very reminiscent of what Marwin Yu just did to center field for out number 1. That one's a little high. The count evens up at 2 apiece.
For Mizuno, when he gets into these deep counts, we've seen him lose quite a few batters this year, and it's not usually on brand for him. He didn't do a whole lot of that at UPS this year, so winning those counts is huge. It's going to be another F8 here in the second.
Ball was well struck, but Rylan Gullard just took a few steps in to make another grab in center field for out number 2. And we talk so much about Gullard's bat, but his glove out in center is just as impressive. He has completely taken over that position in center field, and really the entire season. I don't think, unless he hasn't played a game, it's been anyone else other than him.
And as opposed to the poles here at the Friar, those power alleys to left center and right center are deep. Well, when you take into account the rest of the dimensions here at Mel Olson Stadium, those are deep. Those are the deepest parts of the park, and Gullard covers those with relative ease night in and night out.
Kenny Chu takes a look at strike 1. It's a 1-1 count. Chu we saw on the mound on Thursday as the Dudes reach deep into their bench, and he is a switch pitcher. One of the coolest moments we've seen this year. That's ball 2. You just don't see that often. And we saw him warming up down the third base line with that massive glove again.
Yeah, the glove is my favorite part of the whole thing because it's got more of like a parabola shape, like it's symmetric almost, which usually most gloves aren't, but it's so humongous because it has to have room for all the different finger holes for a lefty and a righty, and it looks like it would be really hard to break in. I'm sure it took ages to get that thing loose.
He's ahead 3-1 at the box here to Jaden Mizuno. That one curled in for strike 2. It's now a full count. Unclear on if he's a switch hitter as well, but he is right-handed right now against the lefty Mizuno. Something to monitor. Payoff, another curveball just high. It was a good frame by Jake Daly behind the dish. But Chu will take the trot over to first with 2 gone.
And the sun has come out here at the Friar, so everyone on the left side of second base, which today that's Will Cooley in left and then Alex Mata at third and Noah Kung at short. Everyone's going to have to start dealing with that. All 3 of those have sunnied up over there.
Austin Enderson fouls off the first pitch from Jane Mizuno. Enderson just hit 167 last year at the collegiate level, but he's a big guy standing at 6'3", and he's done damage against this Fish Sticks team this summer.
Didn't see him in the lineup on Thursday, which I think came to the surprise of both of us.
Chu over at first after the walk. That one finds the zone for strike 2.
That was an interesting pitch because it looked like Mizuno didn't exactly locate his spot too well, and even though he didn't hit his spot, it was still nicely located down and in.
0-2 count now to Austin Enderson. Again, going low. Daly can't keep it in front of him. Chu is going to take second base. That one looked like I might have skipped over home plate, which might have made it difficult for Daly.
I got to say, home plate is really doing the Redmond Dudes some favors in this game already. We saw a ball that Lucas Coma just shot right into the ground and then it bounced off home and didn't orbit around the earth before it came back down to Jaden Mizuno. By that time, Coma was already at first.
Check swing did not go around. Count now 2-2.
That's pitch number 33 for Jaden Mizuno, and we've seen him go relatively deep in outings this year, and I could see him getting to 50, maybe even 60 mark today.
Here's the 2-2. That one runs inside. The count now full. Full count with 2 gone. Kenny Chu at second base. Here in the top of the second inning, a Braden Bartholomew 3-run home run on the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the first inning is representative of all the runs so far. Here's the payoff pitch, and that one runs inside for ball 4. So 2 straight walks for Mizuno, and there's 2 on with 2 gone now for Xavier Hess.
And the Dudes all summer have been a really good two-strike hitting team, staying alive in those counts. As there's a man of the people, Gavin George, one of our personal favorites up here in the booth. But the Dudes are really good with two strikes. And Mizuno, a couple back-to-back walks. And it's important that he bounces back against Xavier Hess, but it's kind of hard to know because we've never seen Xavier Hess this summer.
That one runs in there for strike one. Hess from Grays Harbor College. That's a new one for me.
Couldn't tell you where that is.
Wow, that is surprising. That means it's
if it's not D1, I probably don't know it.
We've got the college guru over here who can't figure out where Grays Harbor is. That
Grays Harbor?
Well, I can't figure it out either, so it doesn't.
Jeez. Grays Harbor. I feel like might be a Grays Harbor, Washington.
It's in Aberdeen, Washington.
Okay, Aberdeen, Washington.
Which is where our
Crispy
Race contestant is also from. Look at that. 1-1, and way out in front is Hess. Swings through strike two.
That's a nice pitch for Mizuno. You can see him nodding his head on the mound, and he's got every reason to nod his head on that pitch. It looked bound for the strike zone, and it just drops right down into the turf.
Mizuno ahead 1-2, trying to get out at the top of the second. And way behind on that swing and a miss for strike three is Xavier Hess. And Mizuno shakes off those couple of walks. It's 3-0 Sticks going into the bottom of the second inning. Here's that 3-run blast from Braden Bartholomew in the bottom of the first. And that's the difference so far as the Sticks look to replicate that in the bottom half of the second inning here at the Friar.
You ever wonder how Crispy gets to the Friar for games? He uses King County Metro's Rapid Ride H-Line. King County Metro, the official commute of your DubSea Fish Sticks.
Once upon a home in the Issaquah Highlands, the Parkers used Thumbtack for a new kitchen island. Now the pizza is cooking and the kids are excited. Thank goodness for Thumbtack and all it provided. Start your home story on Thumbtack.
Jaden Mizuno shakes off a couple of walks and then strikes out Xavier Hess to come through the top half of the second inning unscathed. It is 3-0 Fish Sticks after a Braden Bartholomew home run. It's fifth of the season. 9-1-2 due up for the Sticks here in the bottom of the second inning as Will Cooley, the last to hit in the lineup, and will lead things off. Aiden Dixon Howell, he struggled in that first, but he's out for another inning of work, and you got to think that also might be because of that short bench that the Dudes brought up here tonight.
I said it before the bottom of the first inning, but I think regardless of how good or bad the early stages of his outing went, he's going to go pretty deep into this game just because they are searching for any arm right now.
Will Cooley behind no balls and 2 strikes. Cooley was 1 for 5 yesterday with an RBI. Again, heading to Gonzaga out there east in Spokane with Jake Rolling. My homeland. Go Zags. That's outside for ball one.
If we had a tally of the amount of times he said "Go Zags," those 2 words in sequence this year on the Fish Sticks Network, how many do you think it is?
Probably at least 40.
That sounds about right. I was thinking like 50 maybe.
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen any, or heard any Go Devils this year from you.
Well, we don't have an ASU guy on the team, do we?
Oh, that's true. You got to be able to sneak it in somehow, right?
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Here's the 2-2 to Will Cooley, and that drags just inside and will fill up the count.
Dixon Howell, you could see he wanted that for strike 3, and after a frustrating first inning and with the top of the lineup due up here in the second, that is a frustrating pitch to be called for a ball for Dixon Howell.
This one's grounded over to first. It could be a tough play. Nichols over to first base just in time. Maddox Nichols, you could see him kind of grabbing his chest there. That was a difficult play, but he gets it done at the last moment to retire Cooley.
Whew, that was as close as it possibly could have been. It wasn't out, though, and Maddox Nichols, at the exact moment they needed him to, finally figured it out, flipped it over to Dixon Howell for out number 1. But, man, Cooley almost beat that throw, and that's just because that was a tough play off the turf. And Nichols, once you mishandle that first read, it's really tough to make that play after that mishandle, and he does it right there.
Man, we saw Marwin Yu take a couple of foul balls off the thigh in Thursday's game, and he just took one off the left wrist off of that foul ball from Rylan Gullard. He's a tough guy, though, but that one hurts.
It does. You can see it right here. Oh, no, that sneaks through.
Oof.
Man.
Did that hit him in the thigh again? Oh, yeah. Might have hit him in the hand.
I don't think it matters where it hit him. It looks like he's going for a hand type thing, but maybe it caught the inside of his thigh as well. But I think no matter where it is, Marwin Yu's staying in this game. We've seen him take so many shots this year here at the Friar.
Gullard behind 0-1. He had a single to the left side of the infield. It was a ground ball that just found the right area between Adam Al-Harbi and Lucas Coma. This one's also to left field, and that one hit with a lot more power, no doubt about that. And Rylan Gullard is 2 for 2 through 2 innings.
You think he knows he struggled against the Dudes this year? Because this is not a 207 hitter like he was in the first 7 contests between the Fish Sticks and the Dudes. That is scorched out to left field. And now Alex Amata comes up. 1, 2, 3 in the order were the 3 runs that scored in that first inning with Braden Bartholome on deck.
Gullard took off in a hit-and-run scenario last inning. We'll see if he does again. He stays put for the time being, as that's ball 1 to Hamada.
The hit and run worked well last time up. Didn't go down as a hit for Alex Amata. He still reached on an error, but the error was caused by that hit and run just because Gullard was moving right in front of the second baseman, Orlando Young.
They'll go check back on Rylan Gullard. Again, leads this team in stolen bases with 11 this year. The next closest guy has just 6. Partly because he gets on base so often, he leads the team in hits by 10 hits. And partly because he has just a ton of speed. Healthy lead for Gullard at first. He takes off again. Another hit and run. This one will get past the diving Lucas Coma. Gullard's got momentum. He's going to third. He'll be held up there, and Hamada slides into second base. Alex Hamada's first double of the season. And just like in the first inning, the first 2 in the order are aboard for Braden Bartholome.
Alex Hamada, after a really good day yesterday, you don't see him go opposite field a whole lot, and that just sneaks by Lucas Como. It's usually a vacuum over there at third. I don't think he's expecting that ball to come his direction, but now 2 runners on again, and before Braden Bartholome gets any ideas, the Dudes are going to have a mound visit. I would do the same thing if I was Redmond with Braden Bartholome coming up.
Bartholome entered into this game with 7 hits over his last 3 games. That includes a 4 for 5 performance. And Bartholome, he saw his average boost up to 264 before yesterday's game. That was the highest it had been all summer. But he hit 303 in 45 games last year at Southeastern. It's just been kind of a weird roller coaster of a year, but something that's stayed consistent the entire time has been his power. And last inning, he hit his 5th home run and drove in his 31st RBI, both of which lead the team.
Look at how deep Austin Anderson is in left field right now. He's almost all the way back at the warning track.
Bartholome attacked the first pitch he saw. He does the same here. Different result as he swings through for strike 1.
And Redmond knows that. Marwin Yu knows that. Aiden Dixon Howell knows that. And they give him nothing to hit on that first pitch.
2 more runners in scoring position for Braden Bartholome. Out in front of that off speed again. He fouls it off for strike 2. So after a first pitch fastball the last at bat, Dixon Howell just avoiding that all.
Yeah,
I mean, look how far back he is, like you mentioned.
He's almost all the way back at the warning track, and there's so much green grass between him and the left side of the infield. But so interesting with the righty-on-righty matchup that he started Bartholomew with a fastball in the first place. Fuego's probably not going to see a heater this whole time.
That one was outside. Good stop by you to maybe save a run. So 1-2 count for Bartholomew. And I would have to agree with you. It would be interesting if Bartholomew were to see a fastball. A no-doubt shot the last time he was up. 1-2. That looks like a fastball, but it ran off the plate. 2-2 count.
I mean, there's probably a bug in the back of his head saying, don't put this over the plate. Do not put this over the plate, and he just hooks that way outside, uncompetitive.
2-2 to Braden Bartholomew. Another off speed that runs outside, and the count fills up. So Alex Hamada had a double down the third base line. His first extra base hit of the season. He's at second. Rylan Gollard laced a single out to left field, and he's at third base. This is the part of the order, as you said, that has accounted for all 3 runs. And that's outside for ball 4. Bartholomew starts off the count behind 0-2 and then forces a walk, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Evan Hellner.
And that is so surprising that after getting ahead 0-2, Aiden Dixon Howell just does not put anything close to the plate. Obviously, Braden Bartholomew has already put his stamp on this ball game, but you got to challenge him with at least something in a 2-strike count.
That will bring up the dangerous Evan Hellner hitting cleanup. That one's fired in for strike 1 to Hellner. Hellner this year, entering this game, he's been hitting so well. He's hitting .305, but with runners in scoring position, he's hitting just .172. That's so surprising for a guy that's just been seeing the ball so well and so consistently this year.
Also down the stretch of the season, especially with a team like Redmond who knows the Fish Sticks very well, we've seen more and more shifting of the infield for Hellner, and right now the infield has shifted very far to the right.
That one runs inside for ball 2.
Yeah, there's a look at it. So the shortstop, Adam Harvey, is virtually right behind second base, and then Lucas Coma kind of just has his own zip code down the left side, and Orlando Young has moved into the middle of the gap between first and second base.
Hellner ripped a double off the wall on Thursday against the Dudes, and he might be looking at extra bases again. Alex Hamada rolling around second. Hellner's going to get to second base. Bartholomew being waved home. Evan Hellner clears the bases. Shakes off any doubt of his ability with runners in scoring position. Takes it the opposite way. And all 3 runners come across. It is a 6-0 ball game.
They move the infield to the right side, and he just puts it opposite field. Alex Hamada goes oppo, Evan Hellner goes oppo, and this is just so fun to watch for the Fish Sticks right now. 3 in the first, 3 in the second. Still a runner in scoring position with Riley Sonoy, the Redmond Dudes killer himself, coming up.
Was hit by the first pitch he saw in his last at-bat. He takes a look at strike 1, and we wanted to say it on Thursday. We wanted to say it in the first at-bat before he got hit, but again, hitting .417 in his first 6 games against this Dude's roster. Looking to tack on another run. Big swing right over to Orlando Young at second. That'll advance the runner. And Riley Sonoy is retired.
That'll bring up Noah Kung now. Kung was also hit by a pitch. Back-to-back hit batsman with Sonoy and Kung in the first, but Kung had a stretch where he was just an RBI machine at the end of June, bleeding into the early stages of July, and with a runner on third, he just has so many singles under his belt. That's exactly what he's looking to do right here, just poke something through the gaps of the infield and bring in Hellner.
A pretty sizable gap still between Al Harvey and Lucas Coma, the shortstop and the third baseman. Way out in front of that off speed for strike 2.
He was sitting dead red right there and did not get it. Dixon Howell throws to his breaking stuff. And we saw him get ahead of the righty Bartholomew, too, and then just 4 straight balls outside after that.
Another off speed, slings in there. Noah Kung swings and misses for strike 3. But 3 more runs come across in the bottom of the second inning. Evan Hellner rips a double the opposite way to clear the bases, and the Sticks have jumped all over the Dudes early. It is a 6-0 lead.
I said it earlier, but this has been so fun to watch today. And sure, only 2 swings have brought in runs for this team, and the only guys to cross home are the top 3 guys in the lineup. But it really is a group effort. It has been all weekend. And even without Beckett Turnbow's bat in the lineup as well, they have just looked the part today.
Here goes the concessions race. Pizza is off to a great start. Look at Jackson go. Our mobile camera operator.
Is this a
Look at that.
first one of the year, I believe, for our pizza?
For pizza. There we go.
Seems due.
That's interesting.
Pizza was due.
Because that's not something we sell at the concession stand.
Well, it's the costume we had in the shed.
Okay, here's a new one. We always rank food around here, right? What's your favorite pizza spot?
Pizza spot, like anywhere?
It could be anywhere. It could be local. I mean, there's probably a spot in Arizona State you might have.
Nah, I got you.
Okay. Plug
Chico's
us.
Pizza, Moses Lake, Washington, in between Spokane and Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. My mom is from just south of Moses Lake in Royal City, and Chico's is incredible.
Okay.
If you find yourself driving from Spokane to Seattle or vice versa, and you just need some food in Moses Lake, or by food I mean an entire pizza,
right?
Go to Chico's with some of your friends. It is so good.
There we go. How about Chain?
Chain? Pizza Hut.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Connor Ryan just agreed with me in my ear. That is not a good take. Maddox Nichols steps into the box and takes a look at ball 1. He's the 10-hole hitter. I would have to also agree with Connor Ryan, who was just in my ear, but Domino's is a very good choice. That one runs low. Mizuno is out for his 3rd inning of work. He struck out Xavier Hess to end the inning in the 2nd. Up the middle, and boy, Mizuno had to avoid that one. That was hard hit from Nichols. Up the middle, he'll be aboard. He's saying a little my bad to Mizuno, but it's not really his fault.
Man, we saw Jaden Palacios undergo the same thing in Bellingham, where it was just a ball right at his head, and he just vacated the area and went down on the mound. That time Mizuno, the quick reflexes, but that's a hard hit ball from Nichols, and that's exactly what the Dudes need. A leadoff base runner to get in this game, and there's another.
Gabe Pham back to the top of the order. He rips that right over Alex Hamada's head into the deepest part of left field, but Cooley gets there quickly to keep Maddox Nichols at 3rd, but Gabe Pham ropes a double down the left field line, and very quickly here in the top of the 3rd, there's 2 runners in scoring position.
On Thursday, the Sticks took an early 6-1 lead on this Dudes team. Then Redmond just got right back in the game, ended up tying it up at 6 before 8 unanswered from the Sticks. Eventually put that one to bed, but this Dudes team is very capable of getting hot in a hurry and coming back in a ballgame.
And this is not the guy you want to see up to the plate. Lucas Como, who takes it over to Tyler Eisenhut at 2nd. He'll just get the easy play at first base, but that will score a run. Lucas Coma garners another RBI against this Fish Sticks team. And the Dudes cut in a little bit to this lead. It's now 6-1.
But, I mean, against Lucas Coma, that's a win. All it takes is one pitch for a ground out. And, yes, it did bring in a run, but runner on 3rd, nobody out. I mean, that's all you can really do if you're Jaden Mizuno in that situation is just get an out.
That'll be strike 1 to Orlando Young. Young popped out to shallow right field to Tyler Eisenhut, his last time up. So Pham advances to 3rd base on that ground out. Up the middle, right back at Eisenhut. So 2 straight outs to Eisenhut at second base from Orlando Young. That'll keep Pham at third.
It looked like that might sneak up the middle, but Eisenhut was shaded to his right a little bit. There was a big gap in between Eisenhut and Bartholomew, and it's read perfectly by the Fish Sticks and their coaching staff, and Eisenhut's right there for out number 2.
That'll bring up Mr. Batting Gloves himself, Adam L. Harvey. You can see it from the home plate view. It looks like they're actually shining an array of light at the plate. They're brighter than normal. That one's low for ball 1. Al Harvey singled back in the first inning. It was a shot right past the shortstop, Noah Kuhn. 1-0 is slung in there. Nice looking off speed for strike 1.
Al Harvey's still the burger batter today.
Oh boy. That means he's going to go for at least 3 hits tonight,
yeah,
based on your recent performances.
Probably so.
He's already got 1. That one's slung in there for strike 2. We are 1 strike away from burgers. Here we go. We saw Lucas Coma, who was Thursday's burger batter, go 3 for 4, 3 stolen bases and 3 runs.
Didn't strike out either.
No. Mizuno doesn't do it on that one. Nicely done by Jake Daly to keep that in front.
All summer, Jake Daly's done a good job of keeping balls in front of him at the plate, which is something that sometimes the Fish Sticks can struggle with, both holding on runners and just keeping balls in front of them. Obviously, the backstop at the Friar helps mightily for that cause, but Daly's done a good job of just being ready to go wherever.
2-2 count. Down the right field line. Oh my goodness, what a play from Hamada. And it's in time. Alex Hamada saves a run. Wow. Take another look. The usual second baseman makes an absolute web gem to get Adam L. Harvey out at first, and that'll end the top of the 3rd inning. A 6-1 game going into the bottom of the 3rd.
For over 15 years, As You Wish Electric has offered the comprehensive electrical solutions Seattle families trust. We are proud to announce that we can now also serve your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. As we grow, we are committed to delivering the same knowledgeable and friendly experience that earned our spot as the region's top-rated electrical company. Contact As You Wish Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air today to learn more.
We are still in collective disbelief at the play that Alex Hamada just made at 3rd base. Look at this.
It's 2 hops. It's barely fair. And Alex Hamada, that's a full extension play away from first base and then just hops right up. Perfect 1-hop to Bartholomew. Doesn't even matter that Al Harvey slides into first. He's still out. That is some kind of play from Alex Hamada.
Wow. So has made 90% of his starts this season over at second base. Becca Turnbow, who made great plays yesterday at 3rd base, was a late scratch in this game. Hamada goes over to 3rd. He's got 2 runs at the plate, including a double, and then makes that gem at 3rd base to save a run and end the top of the 3rd inning. It's another packed house here at the Friar. Another sold-out crowd for the Fish Sticks, who are winding down their season. There we are in the top right. We've seen some great environments over the last week, especially with Dick's Drive-In Night, and then $3 Thursday was bumping on Thursday. Another great crowd yesterday. And
Good amount of people out in the ice chest, too. Mm-hmm. And then you've got the Founders Box at the front of the ice chest, and these are seats that I think we need to get to at some point. They are comfy, like recliner chairs at the front of the ice chest, and you watch it through that net right at the front. And there it is. 2 rows of 4 chairs.
Yep.
Best seats in the house.
All inclusive, too. Unlimited food, get vouchers for drinks. That seems like my paradise outside of being in the broadcast booth.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kyle. Yep. I appreciate that.
0-2 now to Tyler Eisenhut. 7-8-9 due up for the Sticks. It'll be Eisenhut followed by Jake Daly and then Will Cooley. Eisenhut grounded out. It was a hard ground ball over to Lucas Coma at third base back in the first. That's a great spot to be, the founder's box. You don't see that very often in the ice chest. You get recliners, and even better, you get free food. That's awesome. 1-2, taking the opposite way.
After a couple just kind of rough innings, no better way to put it than rough, for Aiden Dixon-Howell. We thought he was going to go pretty deep as the starter, and Cooper Hancock is starting to warm up in the pen on the plyo wall for the Dudes. Wow.
And Allen runs inside. That is now the third hit batter from Aiden Dixon-Howell as Tyler Eisenhut will trot a little gingerly over to first.
That hit him right in the middle of the 5 on the back. And now Jake Daly, who has been hit by quite a few pitches in his own right this season, comes up. That is a tough one for Dixon-Howell. You're ahead 1-2 on Tyler Eisenhut, the leadoff hitter here in the third. And instead of getting that valuable first out, now there's a runner on first.
Jake Daly, first pitch swinging over to Al Harvey at short. He's just going to make the long throw across the diamond just in time to get Jake Daly. So Eisenhut will advance to second.
It looked like he might have a chance at getting Eisenhut at second in the form of the lead runner, and it was going to be a 180 turn for him with him moving to his right towards third base. So makes what's probably the smart play right there and heads on over to first to get Daly, but now a runner in scoring position for Cooley.
First pitch swinging for Cooley out to the right side for a base hit. Tyler Eisenhut chugging for home, and it's mishandled out in right field by Ethan Keene. No chance to get Eisenhut, and Will Cooley attacks the first pitch and plates the 7th run of the game for the Fish Sticks.
This is an insane hitting display from the Fish Sticks right now. They've got 7 runs in 2 1/3 innings. If you want to put it that way, like you would with a pitcher. Team average, which is not a usual stat that you whip out during games, but they're hitting .429 in this game and an OPS of 1.341.
Rylan Gullard's up for the 3rd time in as many innings. He's 2 for 2 already today. He has scored 2 runs, one of which came on a 3-run shot in the first inning by Braden Bartholomew, and the other that came on a bases-clearing double from Evan Hellner in the 2nd. This could be his 3rd, out to the Bermuda Triangle, and it does get down. Cooley slides in safely to second base. Gullard's all smiles. He's got 3 hits through 3 innings here tonight, and he's aboard again.
And now you've got a guy that's 3 for 3 in 3 innings, and if the Fish Sticks are able to keep this pace up, this could be some pretty gaudy numbers for Rylan Gullard by the end of the night. And Alex Amada's having a great day as well in the 2-hole.
Both Hamada, Gullard, and Braden Bartholomew have 2 runs apiece already. Hamada ripped a double that hugged that third base line and shot past Lucas Coma just last inning. Now he's up for the 3rd time in as many innings. Again, made an absolute gem at third base to save a run, diving to his right at the hot corner, and then gets up and makes the throw to get Al Harvey by just a half second. That one curls in there for strike 1.
And Aiden Dixon-Howell is just sitting in the fire right now. It's been more of the same here in the 3rd, and Cooper Hancock still doesn't even have a catcher over there in the Dudes bullpen.
It is a 7-1 ball game after that RBI single from Will Cooley, as that's inside to Alex Amada.
Last thing you want to do if you're Dixon-Howell is load the bases for Braden Bartholomew.
Bartholomew already has a 3-run homer. 1 run already plated here in the bottom of the 3rd. 3 runs each in the 1st and the 2nd innings as that one's fired in for a strike to Hamada.
And finally, Teo Perala is going to head out there and catch for Cooper Hancock. So finally they'll have someone throw an actual pitch of a baseball over in the Dudes bullpen.
1st and 2nd, 1 gone 2-2 count right now to Hamada. Fires in there and hits the corner for strike 3. Hamada is retired for the first time tonight.
That is probably the best pitch we've seen from Dixon Howell all night. That's down and out on the corner, kind of on the fence on whether it was a ball or a strike, but either way, that's a pitch that on 2 strikes you should probably swing at. And here's a look at what Braden Bartholomew did back in the first inning. No doubter that got out in a hurry as well.
Had 2 runners in scoring position in the second, but he forced a walk. This one's also hit well down the third base line and foul. That one bounces off the wall in left field. First pitch swinging on that off speed. Dixon Howell only threw off speeds to Braden Bartholomew essentially in that second at bat that ended up being a walk. That time, I think Bartholomew knew that off speed was coming.
Yeah, 5 of 6 offerings last time Bartholomew was up were anything but the fastball. And the one fastball that he did throw was way outside. Marwin Yu had to almost dive to keep that one in front of him.
Bartholomew knew it was coming and very nearly had his second extra base hit of the game. And he's getting a little greedy. That was a better off-speed placement there by Dixon Howell, and Bartholomew is behind 0-2.
That exact pitch is what Braden Bartholomew watched 3 times last time up to work a walk, and he was behind 0-2 in that count as well. So Dixon Howell, we'll see if he comes to the zone here. He was not able to do that last time he was in an 0-2 count with Fuego.
Cooley dancing at second base. He has an RBI single this inning. He takes off. Bartholomew strikes out, but it gets past Marwin Yu. Long throw from Yu is in time to get Bartholomew at first base. Bartholomew was tripping over his bat, trying to run over, but another run is plated by the Fish Sticks. They've got 7 runs through 3. It's a 7-1 lead going into the 4th.
Another run for the Fish Sticks, another hit for Ryland Gullard, who's now 3 for 3 on the evening. And Jaden Mizuno, after giving up a run in the 3rd, I mean, there's no reason to take him out right now with a 6-run lead, and he's thrown 3 good innings as well. So he'll come out for the 4th.
We've seen 3 4-hit games this year, 2 of which have come from Braden Bartholomew, 1 of which has come from Evan Helmer. Here's the potato sack race. Oh, and a late stumble. Man, that's a tough one.
That one will keep him up tonight.
Yeah, that one
sure.
will. Had it in the bag, tripped over himself.
Daniel Jones did.
He did Daniel Jones it.
Yeah, absolutely Daniel Jones did.
Jimmy Garoppolo'd it, you could say.
When did Jimmy do that?
He just sucks, and I hate him.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Hate's a strong word. I strongly dislike Jimmy Garoppolo. As a Niners fan, watching him overthrow Emmanuel Sanders in the 2019 Super Bowl is something that will always flash in my head.
Yeah. Why'd you bring it up? That's
I just anytime you can bash Jimmy Garoppolo.
Fair enough.
There's the
Fair enough.
concession stand.
Again, we said this last night, but it would just be a travesty if somehow, some way, a bowl of pulled pork mac and cheese ended up on our table. We would be so angry.
And we'd have to try it.
We would have to eat it like for courtesy purposes.
Yeah.
But God, it would just ruin my night.
That would suck. Marwin Yu takes a look at ball 1 to start off the top of the 4th inning. It is still Jaden Mizuno on the mound. This is now his longest outing of the season if he can get through the 4th. And he's behind 2-0 to Marwin Yu. It'll be Yu and then Ethan King and then Kenny Chu. 5, 6, 7 due up in the 4th for the Dudes. They plated 1 run in the top of the 3rd before giving it right back. Now 2-1 count.
I got confused over there. I thought someone in the founder's box was wearing a Jaden Mizuno jersey, but it was just Mike Zunino, Mariners legend. I saw the INO, and I got very confused.
Yu hits this well to left center field, but Ryland Gullard covers enough ground to make the out. That's now 2 really hard-hit balls that Marwin Yu has taken Ryland Gullard's direction and has gotten out both times.
And that's how you got to get Marwin Yu out is just make him hit to a fielder, and he's timed those up well. They've both been hit hard. You can see him, his biggest smile on his face in the dugout, because there's not much more he can do at the plate than what he's done today, and he's 0 for 2.
That'll bring up Keene. He takes a look at strike one. Keene kind of fumbled the ball out in right field on that single from Will Cooley that scored a run. It would have been a tough throw to beat Tyler Eisenhut at the plate. He's quickly behind 0-2.
And this is great to see from Jaden Mizuno this deep into an outing now. Is living in the strike zone.
Beer. Watch out. A staple of baseball.
I prefer not to speak. I will not
That's
be taking
true.
any
You can't
risks.
speak. I am extremely old and 22 years of age, so I'm able to speak.
You're so old. 22.
I feel old. I feel old. My apologies to anyone who's older than 22. That's a man can feel old.
Just graduated college, by the way.
Yeah.
He's got his whole life in front of him, basically.
It's over. It's over.
He peaked.
I can't go back to Spokane. Well, I can go back to Spokane, but that one just misses the zone.
Nothing's stopping you from just running the streets of Spokane, just becoming the king of Division Street.
Division Street. It's what I'll never forget. That's the street I took to get to the Panda Express. So now it's upstairs from all three.
It's a very important thing in someone's college tenure is how do you get to the Panda Express?
And you know what else was on that street was Starbucks.
Oh, was it? Really?
That's the big. That's the dirty duo for me. Starbucks and Panda. Keene will foul this off out to the deepest part of right field. But you talk about two things that got me through my college career. I probably spent too much money at Starbucks. I could have, gotten a coffee machine. Well, I did have a coffee machine, but sometimes I just needed a little something extra.
Yeah.
Panda Express, I extend my deepest thank yous to. For just giving me such great meals day in and day out at such a cheap rate. And Keene will win the battle, so he'll strut over to first. Fouled off the first 3-2. Jaden Mizuno, now his third walk of the game.
How much time you spend at Jack and Dan's in your 4 years?
Oh, good amount.
Okay, nice.
I was a big fan of Jack and Dan's. The spot to be out in Spokane. Connor asked me if I had been to Chili's. I had been to Chili's just once, actually twice. It's pretty solid. You know what you're expecting. It's not going to lower your cholesterol levels by any means.
This summer I've learned how important the Spokane Chili's is to the people of Seattle because it is the only Chili's in Washington.
Is it really?
And
that's
yes,
crazy.
And it is just this big deal that anytime anyone from Seattle's in Spokane, they got to go to the Chili's.
Mizuno could have had a chance there on that pickoff. I was not aware that was the only Chili's. It was about a 2-minute drive from where I was in Spokane.
That's what I mean. Connor drew 5 hours for Chili's one time. This is important stuff, Kyle.
Yeah. Last week I drove 18 minutes to go to Chick-fil-A, and that was a stretch for me. 5 hours.
That seems like a lot, Connor. I will admit.
That one zipped in there for a strike two to Chu. Chu walked his first time up. Mizuno just walked Ethan Keed. He's over at first base. Maybe we need a Chili's batter and everyone else will make the 5-hour trip over to Chili's. This one's grounded over to Noah Kung. He's not even going to think about second base. He's just going to fire over across the diamond to first to get the out.
And with a 6-run lead here in the top of the 4th inning, there's no reason to risk throwing that into the outfield or getting no outs. Just help out Jaden Mizuno, get that second out. Now all he's got to do is retire Austin Anderson for another scoreless frame.
Anderson was the second half of back-to-back walks with Kenny Chu back in the second inning, and then Mizuno would get out of a jam of sorts with an ending strikeout to Xavier Hess, who's now on deck. That is inside for ball one. Mizuno has not pitched 4 innings this year. He's now through 3 2/3. Scratch that. He has reached 4 innings against the Dudes back on June 27th, but that's the only time he's gotten past even the 3rd. That one's fired in for strike one.
This next pitch is going to be pitch number 70 for Jaden Mizuno, which I think is a little longer leash than we both expected and what starters usually go for this Fish Sticks team. Obviously, 4 games in 4 days. You want to save arms, but it's been 70 pitches now for Mizuno and 70 good pitches as well. He's only given up a single run, and the 2 hits that turned into that scoring opportunity were on back-to-back pitches. So outside of those 2 mistakes, he has been very good.
He only threw 6 pitches in 1 inning on Sunday, so his arm was fresh. Another 1-2 runs upstairs. Count evens out at 2 apiece. The most amount of pitches he had in a game coming into this one was 58 against the Wenatchee Apple Sox. This will be his 72nd offering. Again, might be compounding off of that really quick inning he had on Sunday. 2-2, fouled off again. Anderson just won't go away.
Yeah, he's making him work right here, and on a batter that, if he does record an out, it will likely be his last batter of the day. But another deep count forced by the Redmond Dudes this summer.
Run support not an issue right now for Mizuno. 2-2 out into right field. Riley Sonoy make the long run to his right. And Jaden Mizuno is through 4 innings with just 1 run across. A really good start for Mizuno. We'll see if that is his last pitch of the game. But a 7-1 lead going into the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Sticks have scored in the first 3, looking to do the same.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Crispy.
For over 15 years, As You Wish Electric has offered the comprehensive electrical solutions Seattle families trust. We are proud to announce that we can now also serve your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. As we grow, we are committed to delivering the same knowledgeable and friendly experience that earned our spot as the region's top-rated electrical company. Contact As You Wish Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air today to learn more.
– 7-1 lead after a scoreless top of the 4th thrown by Jaden Mizuno. And to a little bit of shock to us here in the broadcast booth, Aiden Dixon-Howell is back out for another inning of work. There's Ryder Peterson, who's got a camera, and Connor Lee to his right. We saw a masterful frat flick yesterday from Connor Lee.
We can only hope and
pray
and send all of our prayers that Connor Lee will give us something as transcendent as he did last night in the 9th with that frat flick.
Working hard or hardly working is Connor Lee.
The full body chill has not even reached my knees from that last night.
It's what they teach at Gonzaga.
Oh, I don't even want to hear about what they teach at Gonzaga.
What school do you go to?
The Arizona State University. The Harvard of the West.
Right. Yeah, there we go. Nice little scroll on the job.
I mean, that is his job.
It is his job.
Yeah.
He is the social media manager, helping to grow the account. Close to 10K followers now on Instagram. Evan Hellner, he cleared the bases with a 3-run double his last time up. He just missed that one and pops it up to Al Harvey for out number 1.
That's a big out for Dixon Howell to kind of just Look at the damage, and he's still looking for his first scoreless inning today. 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third for the Fish Sticks.
Don't think Ryder Peterson's going to snap a picture of Evan Hellner coming back to the dugout after that one. That'll bring up Sonoy, who takes a look at ball 1 inside. Sonoy was hit by a pitch back in the first and grounded out to second base his last time up in the second. And takes his second off the leg in this game. You can tell not extremely pleased about that, but he's headed over to first.
I mean, he's getting on base, but obviously any hitter would tell you that they would rather have a base hit or, at least a walk and not just have to take one in the thigh like Sonoy did right there for the second time today. And finally, that is going to be the day for Aiden Dixon Howell.
New pitcher will trot out of the bullpen. And a reminder once again, baseball camp coming up here at the end of the month for the Fish Sticks, ages 6 through 13, coming in July 28th through 30th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. here at Mel Olson Stadium. Head coach Elliot Cribby will come back to teach that one, a really good baseball mind, along with Fish Sticks players. It's $250 per camper. Space is limited. You can scan the QR code on the screen or go to gofishsticks.com/baseball camps. And along with that t-shirt, you will also get 2 tickets to a Fish Sticks game. And the last weekend of games is next weekend. July 29th, 30th, and then August 1st against Elevate Northwest will be the last weekend of games for the Fish Sticks in the 2026 campaign.
Doesn't July have 31 days?
You are exactly right.
Yes. Let's go.
Thanks. Man, I was just talking on Arizona State. The Harvard of the West coming through to add in the extra day for July.
That's for you, Michael Crow.
I don't know who
That's our
Crow
school
is.
president.
Okay. Okay. We had a flip turn of our school president over at Gonzaga.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
No.
Katia Passerini came in first year.
We should not get into what you think, just in case. Just in case. Shane Buchanan now on the mound for the Dudes. We saw Buchanan come in and get some outs, but this is another guy that the Fish Sticks haven't seen a ton of on the mound this year. Only 1 outing against the Sticks in relief this summer, and he is a lanky righty arm.
Listed at 6'3", 165. So he will come in relief of Aiden Dixon Howell, who led up 7 earned runs, 3 of which came on a Braden Bartholomew 3-run home run in the first. And then in the inning following the first, in the second, look at that, Gonzaga Education coming in clutch there. Evan Hellner rips a bases clearing double with the bases loaded. That scored 3, and then Will Cooley played it an RBI single. Sonoy takes off, and my goodness, Marwin Yu, what a throw from behind the dish to get Sonoy. You got a great jump.
So the hit and run was on, and that was just an unhittable pitch for Noah Kung. But Sonoy, like you said, great jump. Looked like he was bound to steal second base, but Marwin Yu had other plans.
We talked about the arm that Yu has behind the dish before the game, and that is really impressive as Noah Kung swings through strike 2. Kung struck out his last time up. Back in the second inning, he was hit by a pitch back in the first. Now 2 outs, and Kung behind 0-2. Buchanan fires in, off-speed pitch, and retires Kung. Second straight strikeout for Noah Kung, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Dudes. Going into the 5th, that's the first time the Sticks have not played a run in an inning in this game.
Crispy Rice time. Crispy.
Oh boy.
We did eventually rule, if you were here with us for the Everett Merchants game last night, we did eventually rule that Crispy would have won that. And so he is 10-10 on the summer. Today he faces Lester from Aberdeen, home of Grays Harbor College, which we learned earlier today.
Here we go, Lester. Does he have it?
This is probably the closest Crispy Race start we've seen, but
man,
Look at Crispy go, man.
I don't think Lester's got it. Lester's eating a lot of dirt.
A good start for Lester today, and it was stride for stride close to the beginning, but he just ran out of gas.
Again, tune in next Thursday. I'll be racing Crispy after berating him all summer long. Crispy is now above 500. There we go. It was a really tough start to the summer.
That is another win for Crispy. That is his 7th in a row. Just a flaming hot fish stick.
I want him to be as hot as possible going into next Thursday when I prove a point and beat him myself. But we'll see. I don't want to talk too much. As Jaden Mizuno goes 4 innings and a great start, just his 2nd start of the year, usually a bullpen arm, and finally he is replaced as Jaden Palacios will come out for his 6th appearance of the summer.
We just saw Palacios yesterday. He only threw the 3 batters, and we both said it was kind of a quick hook in that 8th inning with the fish sticks, ahead by 3. But now maybe we're seeing why he only had 3 batters yesterday, because he comes in the middle innings here against the Dudes with some kind of lead. I mean, those first 3 innings were just a great display of hitting from the sticks.
6th appearance for Palacios. He's only gone 4 2/3, but has just allowed 2 earned runs, has struck out 3, improved his ERA to 3.86 in that 2-out appearance yesterday. And back out on the mound tonight with a healthy lead at 7-1 going into the top of the 5th inning. Jaden Mizuno set the standard high for Palacios, going 4 innings and allowing just 1 earned run.
And that was just exactly what you wanted to see out of Jaden Mizuno, especially after a summer that I don't think he envisioned having here at White Center. That was the Jaden Mizuno that we expected at the beginning of the year, and he worked so well today.
Palacios now has the rock against Xavier Hess. 9-10-1 due up for the Dudes. Goes off speed, that's inside for ball 1. Hess struck out swinging against Jaden Mizuno back in the 2nd inning. Palacios, a late addition to this team, joined the team in the beginning of July. He swings that one in for strike 1. Hess hitting in the 9th hole today. Again, the Dudes are going with 10 batters. These 2 teams are in the PIL, but this is a non-league game because it's the 8th time that these 2 teams have met, and they are above the threshold for league games.
That would be very unlawful if 2 teams could play each other 8 times and they all counted the same.
And the Dudes, all 8 times have came here to the Friar. Swung on, weakly hit up the middle. Noah Kung leaps up, but throws it past Braden Bartholomew. Hess takes a tumble.
It's like a slip and slide over there at first base.
He's going to go over to second base because that ball got to the bullpen. But Noah Kung looked like Super Mario jumping up to get that ball, but Hess was gunning for first base, and Kung just had to get out of it quickly. Looks like it hit some of the fish sticks over there. That would have hit Connor Lee.
That would have drilled Connor if it happened 1 inning earlier.
Connor Lee is munching on French fries right now. He's up here next to us.
Not Connor's night. We'll just put it that way.
Doom scrolling, eating, conversing with the players. A fellow Zag, by the way.
Yeah, that's one of your own.
Yeah.
Hope you're proud.
I'm proud. That's Benson Boone.
Certified Booner to our right.
Maddox Nichols now at the dish. Xavier Hess advances on that throwing error by Noah Kung to second base. Way out in front, good-looking off-speed from Palacios. And he's ahead 0-2 to Nichols, who singled back in the 3rd inning. It was a great piece of hitting. He eventually came around to score the lone run for the Dudes.
Get off your phone, dude. Get off your phone. Please.
Oh, he's posting on social media, guys. It's okay.
Still, screen time's just got to be a nightmare for him.
Nichols fouls that one off. Let's get another look at Connor. There he is. See, he's posting. He's proving it. He's proving it. Look at those shades, though.
Yeah. Those shades are nice.
There we go.
And we get to see his new haircut today.
That's true.
He did not let us see that yesterday.
That's true.
So he's growing into it.
Way out in front, swing and a miss for strike 3. Another nice off speed from Jaden Palacios. And he sits down Maddox Nichols.
That was textbook stuff from Palacios. Maddox Nichols, a hard hit single up the middle, his first time up today. And that time he doesn't even put a ball in fair territory. Palacios just plays into that righty-on-righty matchup, a ton of off-speed stuff, and he's got some of the most run on that breaking stuff on the team.
Hess still at second. Back to the top of the lineup card now with Gabe Pham. He takes a look at strike 1 on the corner. Pham, a double down the left field line, just took it right over third baseman Alex Hamada's head. Ran all the way to the deepest part, past the ice chest in left field. That one's whizzed in, and Palacios ahead 0-2 again.
2 fastballs, 2 strikes, and 2 takes from Gabe Pham, who went after the first pitch he saw from Jaden Mizuno back in the third and just roped a double down the left field line.
Palacios takes a look at Hess at second, fires in. That off speed gets a little bit away from him for ball 1. Connor update, he's on his feet.
Stood up to, I don't know, do
Stretching
something else
out
on his
a little
phone.
bit. Yeah.
Still on his phone.
Go to Go Fish Sticks Baseball on Instagram. Get us to 10K followers. Way out in front is Pham for strike 3. Palacios goes back to the off speed. His second straight strikeout. There's 2 gone.
That was really nice from Palacios. That's the second K he's had on that exact same pitch to a righty batter. And with Lucas Coma, a dangerous righty coming up, can't expect him to do anything else. Looks like before Coma comes up, Garrett DeGallier is going to go have a talk with Palacios. We saw him face 3 batters yesterday and then come out. I don't think that'll happen today, but I think they're just taking the proper precautions for Lucas Coma.
Connor Lee is on the move. He's got a hot dog in his right hand. This could be dangerous. Looks like he's doing his due diligence and tossing away some trash. Watch out for that hot dog.
Yeah.
We know what happens with dudes games and hot dogs around here.
No one is safe at the Friar, not even us, not even Connor, not even guys on our own team, guys on the other team. It's actually incredible how our camera crew just knows when it's going to happen.
He is going down the third base line now. Not sure if he's going to.
Well, actually, it's not that incredible if Kyle just tells everybody where he is.
He wanted to take a hit. Spot the zag. Mound visit is over. Palacios has sat down Maddox Nichols and Gabe Pham swinging with the off speed. Lucas Coma continues to kill the Fish Sticks. That's a line drive out to left field. But that'll hold up Xavier Hess at third. Lucas Coma's got his second hit of the game.
Down 6, top of the 5th inning, and 2 down. You've got a runner coming around third. It looked like it was going to be a close play at home, but you got to get back into this game at some point. That seems like the type of play where you send a runner.
Oh, there he is. Oh, look at that wholesome moment that he just walked past. Heading towards the ice chest.
Shocker.
Off-speed slings in there for strike 1 to Orlando Young. Young has been a ball magnet right over to Tyler Eisenhut.
Yes.
Look at that outfit.
That was awesome. That was a nice little stroke of luck that guy walked through. That's one of the best outfits I've seen all year.
I don't know, because we saw a better outfit today, I think.
Oh, Fernando Mendoza?
Yep. We got a Fernando Mendoza jersey on leopard print pants.
Yep.
Out there down the first base line. That is fit of the year by far. Coma takes off for second base. Daly's not even going to think about him. After 3 stolen bases on Thursday, Coma's got another one. And in a first and third situation, I just don't think Jake Daly was going to risk anything.
Yeah, and again, the Fish Sticks are playing with a lead, and they are not taking any risks right now, just putting their trust in Jaden Palacios to get this out right here.
2-1 count. That one is low for ball 3.
Walk would be dangerous, though. That loads the bases for Adam Harvey in the cleanup spot.
Harvey has a single and then would have had extra bases in the third had Alex Amata not made an absolute web gem. And that one is high for ball 4, so Young will take his base, and the bases are juiced. Harvey is tonight's burger batter.
He is tonight's burger batter, but this is a big spot for Redmond to get back in this game. Just such an unideal start for Redmond, but any sort of life is necessary right here. You got to play to run with the bases loaded. Any chance you get if you want to get back into this game if you're the Dudes.
Harvey, first pitch swinging right over to Noah Coog. He's going to flip it to second base. And Palacios gets out of the jam unscathed. No runs plated in the top of the 5th inning. It's still a 7-1 lead going in to the bottom half. Noah Coog, a little flip over to second base to end the bottom or the top of the 5th.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
They always say, think happy thoughts. It's easy when you're a Wendy's Cookie Dough Frosty Fusion. I'm an instant dopamine hit. Get it? Dope-amine? Like cookie dough. I said like cookie dough! Happiness is a Cookie Dough Frosty Fusion at Wendy's.
There it is. The fit of the year. This is DubSea Frank. We call him a turbo fan because he is here most of the games. Just one of DubSea's famed super fans. That is an unbeatable fit.
It is. So you've got the hat, which is amazing in its own right. And then the Fernando Mendoza jersey. Hasn't even played a game with the Las Vegas Raiders, and he's got the jersey. And then to tie it all together,
look at those. Look at that leopard print.
The pants.
Doesn't match, no. Doesn't matter, no.
No, it doesn't matter at all.
Like, that is just awesome.
Incredible.
Who would have thought?
Incredible.
It's going to be hard to top that fit in the last 2 weeks.
Man, first of all, how do you acquire those 3 things in sequence and then just have it's like it works? I don't even know how to describe it.
I think it works great. I think it's awesome. There's a Julio Rodriguez jersey and a mullet, and that kid can't be more than 5 years old. That is an impressive mane he's got there at such a young age.
Yeah, he's got me beat up here in the booth for sure.
He's got me toasted. Eisenhut will lead off the inning for now the 3rd time this game. Was hit by a pitch, came across to score a run back in the 3rd. Buchanan out for another inning of work after Aiden Dixon Howell came out last inning. Buchanan struck out Coog to end the bottom of the 4th. Big swing and a miss from Eisenhut for strike 2. Or strike 1, excuse me.
Eisenhut still looking for his first hit today, but did come around to score after just eating a pitch straight to the back in the 3rd.
Eisenhut was 2 for 3 yesterday. He was also 2 for 3 against the Bellingham Bells, a really tough West Coast League team, as that one just touches the corner for strike 2.
That's a really good series going down in Wenatchee this weekend. The Bellingham Bells and the Wenatchee Apple Sox. A 3-gamer in Wenatchee. 2 teams at the Fish Sticks played and lost to. all 3 times they tried. And Wenatchee won the first installment, second game tonight, and then another one tomorrow. That is a really good series between a couple of really good baseball teams.
And those are teams that the Fish Sticks did have the pleasure of playing, but the displeasure on the scoreboard, especially the incidents against the Apple Sox. That one curls in for strike 3. Eisenhut knew it right away. A nice pitch from Buchanan. He's retired 2 in a row via the strikeout.
And he is taking advantage of the right-on-right matchups better than a lot of pitchers do, with first Noah Kung in the 4th and then Tyler Eisenhut in the 5th.
They'll bring up Jake Daly hitting in the 8-hole. Grounded out to shortstop back in the 3rd. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch swinging in way out in front for strike 1. So Buchanan came in after Aiden Dixon-Howell hit Riley Sonoy back in the 4th. Sonoy would then try to gun for second base, and you would gun him down from behind the dish. It was a pro-level throw that you put out there, and the tag was made by Al Harvey. And then in the 2 batters that Buchanan has faced, he struck out Kung and he struck out Tyler Eisenhut. And now he's ahead 0-2 to Jake Daly. Here's the 0-2. Daly sends this high in the air to shallow right field. Orlando Young is going to make the call out there, an array of sunshine for out number 2.
And this is exactly what the Redmond Dudes needed out of Shane Buchanan, is weak contact and quick outs. And now he'll face his first lefty with Will Cooley. Cooley has already driven in a run today.
Drove in that run with the ball. A hard hit line drive that got in between Young and Maddox Nichols at second and first. Check swing, it's going to get past Buchanan. Harvey charging in, and Cooley beats it out. Boy, I'm not sure about that one, but what an effort from Adam Al-Harvey to even make that a close play.
What a weird sequence that was, and that ball gets by Buchanan, and I think I agree with you. Naked eye, I thought he was out.
Like Maddox Nichols did at first as well, but that is a difficult play from Al Harvey. And now back to the top of the lineup with Rylan Gollard. That decision could pay dividends for the Fish Sticks. Gollard is 3 for 3 today with 3 singles. First pitch swinging and fouls it back. Again, only 3 times have we seen a 4-hit game for the Fish Sticks this year. Once by Evan Hellner and twice by Braden Bartholomew. Gollard now has 4 innings to get 1 and become the 3rd.
So crazy that we haven't seen a 4-hit game from Rylan Gollard all summer just because of how consistent he's been at the plate.
That one hits the plate. Rips off his helmet to keep off Will Cooley from advancing another 90 feet.
That's just the Marwin Yu effect. When he's behind the plate, he's so quick with the reflex to cover anything that's in the turf. And Cooley, isn't slow over there first by any means, but had no choice but to just stay put.
1-1 also low for ball 2. 2-1 count now to Gollard, who we were talking about before he came up in the first inning. He's just 207 against this dude's team in the first 7 games that he played, way under his season average, which was 306 coming into the game. Seemed to not have been able to figure out what was going on, as that one's in there for strike 2, but he has more than done that here today. And it continues on from a single he had in the 8th inning yesterday against the Everett Merchants. He had 3 RBIs in that one, but he was 0 for his last 7 at the plate before that hit yesterday, but he's got it back together. Cooley takes off, and that might be hit number 4, and it is. Cooley's got momentum. He's going to score with ease. Gollard's going to make the round around second base. He's going 3, and he slides in safely. My goodness, Rylan Gollard.
He's going nuclear today. That's the first run he's driven in all evening, but now 4 for 4 with a triple in the mix. And that's his speed on display. He takes it opposite field. He can go to all fields, really, for this team. And it looked like he was kind of hesitating around second base. That didn't matter at all. It wasn't necessarily a close play by any means at third. Rylan Gullard, 4 for 4, and still some ABs coming.
His second triple of the season, the first Fish Sticks player to reach that mark. Also drives in his 23rd run. Way in front for second place on the team behind Braden Bartholomew, who went over 30 RBIs this year with that home run in the first inning. Alex Hamada takes a big hack at strike one. So, man, Gullard's got a shot with 4 innings to go. He'll likely see at least 2 more plate appearances to become the first Fish Stick to have 5 hits this season and shake off any doubt about performances about against the Redmond Dudes this year. That one's an insurance ball out to left field. A single in the first, a single in the second, a single in the third, and a triple now in the 5th.
I mean, we can't expect right now in an 8-1 game, we can't expect the Fish Sticks to hit in the bottom of the 9th. So he's probably got 3 innings left to go, but still, this has been incredible to watch.
Hamada scored twice today. He reached on an error back in the first and then doubled down the left field line for his first extra base hit of the summer. Struck out looking back in the 3rd against Aiden Dixon Howell. An 8-1 lead now here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Fish Sticks. You tried to frame that well, but that'll even up the count at 2 apiece.
1 for 3 day for Hamada in his first work in the 2-hole today.
Usually see him at the bottom of the lineup. He has proved himself today after having a great day yesterday and watches that one go by. 4-4.
More runners on for Braden Bartholomew. Just the last thing the Dudes want to do. And we already saw a multi-homer game from Braden Bartholomew where he drove in 6 runs in a 14-0 win over the Washington A's early July.
He's done it before.
The wind is blowing directly out to left field right now as well, and pretty hard.
First pitch swinging down the right field line, and it's foul. Boy, that would have scored Alex Hamada from first, and Bartholomew with his speed, that could have been 3 as well. So Gullard's been on all 4 times. This is now Hamada's 3rd time that he is aboard.
I mean, it's not often you see Braden Bartholomew fouling off down the first base line. Usually he's so pull heavy.
Blasted his 5th home run of the summer back in the 1st inning. Hamada's taken off, and Bartholomew will send Hamada back to first base with that foul ball. Bartholomew did strike out swinging back in the 3rd. He walked and scored a run back in the 2nd, but Gullard, Hamada, and Bartholomew is a combination we haven't seen at the top of the order this season, but those are the 3 team leaders in games played with 32 games now for each, and 6 of the 8 runs have been plated by these 3 guys. Bartholomew gets under that one. That's off the end of the bat. Should be easy for Orlando Young at second, and it is. Buchanan gets out of a bit of trouble, but Rylan Gullard rips a triple to the deepest part of the park out in right field and scores another. It is 8-1 Sticks going into the 6th inning.
We said it before the game. He's hitting just a few shades over 200 against this Redmond Dudes team in 7 games before today. And just hadn't been able to break through against this team for whatever reason. And he went 0 for 4 against Redmond on Thursday. This has been nothing like that. This is already, you can make the argument, this is Rylan Gullard's best game of the year.
Now here is the Dick's Burger Challenge. This one's a personal favorite of ours in the booth. So one person puts on the bottom bun, runs over to the base, and then simply lays down and waits for everyone else to do the work.
By everyone else, we mean one person. So it's a pretty grueling contest for at least one person. I gotta say, third baseline might be on the quickest burger construction we've seen all year. The big thing that matters, though, is the top bun.
Yep. You got to put on the top bun, and then you got to plop down and complete the sandwich. Oh, boy.
Oh, first base side won.
Wow. Third base side had it the whole way. And he falls off.
Nothing's ever going to top the blunder of the guy that went on backwards with the bun and then just kind of rolled around like a turtle for the rest of the challenge.
That was, for lack of a better term, the most boneheaded decision that we have seen in any challenge this year. All they had to do was just plop the burger on the right way. But for some reason, I guess they maybe thought it was a Big Mac or something and turned over and just sat on the opposite way.
Just a really nice crowd here on Saturday night. Ooh, Gavin George, he's lurking.
Gavin George is great to see him.
Yeah, this has been such a good crowd all day here at the Friar. It's another sellout. A good amount of people in the ice chest as well, and they've been treated to a great performance from the Fish Sticks to this point.
Jaden Palacios back out for another inning of work. Marwin Yu wanted that off-speed back. That tails in for strike one. So it'll be Yu, Ethan Keene, and Kenny Chu due up for the Redmond Dudes here in the top of the sixth. It's going to be quite an uphill battle. That one tails away for ball one, but that off-speed pitch has been working for Palacios. He struck out two in a row, Maddox Nichols and Gabe Pham last inning with it. Did face two batters on with two outs last inning before Noah Kung would flip it over to Tyler Eisenhut in a fielder's choice to end the inning. So one inning of scoreless work for Palacios, now back out for his second inning. We did see an early mound visit from Garrett DeGallier against Palacios, or with Palacios, who also pitched in 2/3 of an inning yesterday. Count will be 2-2 now to Marwin Yu.
Yu has lined a couple hard hit balls out in the center field, neither of which have gotten down. And at the plate, it's been a pretty frustrating day, and that's carried over to behind the dish. He has been very busy behind the plate. Did gun down a runner, but just probably not getting the pitches he wants back there. And he got drilled in the inner part of the thigh as well. So just can't get a break today.
Back in the second and the fourth inning, he has drilled two really hard hit balls to center field, both of which were caught by Rylan Gullard. So he's 0 for 2, but that's a little misleading. This one's again hit well. This time out to right field. Riley Sonoy is going to camp under it for out number one.
That's a big first out for Palacios against a guy like Marwin Yu. And now with Ethan Keene coming up, this Redmond Dudes lineup, I mean, only one run in 5 innings, but they've found ways on base all night, and they've had traffic. They just haven't been able to deliver.
That'll bring up Ethan Keene in the 6th hole today. First time he'll face off against Palacios, who fires in strike one. Keene flew out to Rylan Gullard in center back in the second and then walked his last time up on a full count back in the 4th against Jaden Mizuno. That's outside for ball one, but both of these two, Jaden Mizuno, who went 4 innings and allowed just 1 run, and now Jaden Palacios into the 6th inning, they've pitched really well.
They have, and specifically for Palacios, it's been good to see him have a bit of a longer leash. All of the outings we've seen for him this year have been an inning or shorter.
Officially over 1 inning pitched for the first time in his 6th appearance this season. We've also seen him in right field and at the batter's box just once. 2-1, hit high into the air. Gullard's going to take a few steps back. He's almost at the track, and he will make the catch. That's the deepest part of the outfield, and Ethan Keene, a little bit more on that one. He could have had it.
Yeah, it was a barrel off the bat. I mean, it just popped right off, and we saw Dylan Jacobs go deep to that part of the park yesterday, and Gullard, similarly to last night, started directly back towards the scoreboard out in center field and then stood up, heels on the track, and got the second out.
Kenny Chu steps into the batter's box and takes a look at ball one. The super fan who he showed the amazing fit is starting to chance here down the first base line. Something we love to see. Something we see every time he's at the Friar. Again, DubSea Frank. Big shout out to that guy for outfit of the year. There he is. You can see the smile from a mile away. This one's hit hard into left field. That'll get down for Kenny Chu. He's going to be set around first base.
No,
he will hold up.
That
That's a
would
good
not
idea.
have been smart for the Redmond Dudes, as Will Cooley had him dead to rights if he decided to try and turn that into extra bases. But a really nice piece of hitting on a line right there from Chu. And there's been pretty good contact from all the hitters for the Dudes here in the sixth. And the first two turned into outs. That one finds green grass. Palash is still in a good spot here.
It's pretty cloudy all day today, but it is turning into a beautiful night in West Seattle as that one's in for strike one to Austin Enderson. That was also a great look at what the outfield grass does here at the Friar. It's pretty thick, and it just kills balls like that could be extra bases at an all-turf ballpark. That would have gotten to the wall with ease, and Kenny Chu would be at second. But the outfield grass pays dividends to the Fish Sticks. And Chu is at first in a 1-1 count. That one goes outside. 4-2 to Enderson. Enderson 0 for 1. He walked back in the second and flew out to Will Cooley in left. And take a look at that. Beautiful scenes.
Yeah, that is really, really nice. And that has been the majority of the days here in the summer in Seattle. Just beautiful baseball weather day in and day out.
Seattle summers are just... It's the first time I've been able to experience it, first time you've been able to experience it. It is so great.
Something else.
Swinging through strike three is Austin Enderson. Third K of the night for Jaden Palacios. Gets through the sixth inning unscathed. And to the bottom of the sixth we go. The Sticks holding on to an 8-1 lead.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
They always say, think happy thoughts. It's easy when you're a Wendy's cookie dough frosty fusion. I'm an instant dopamine hit. Get it? Dope-amine? Like cookie dough. I said like cookie dough! Happiness is a cookie dough frosty fusion at Wendy's.
Oh, Audrey, look over there.
Where? Oh, a whole herd of Rainier beers.
Not herds, Audrey. Rainier's come in 6-packs.
Oh,
Wake up, Harley.
Harley, look at the Rainiers. Oh, they're just so fresh and friendly.
Into the bottom of the sixth inning, people are dancing for their desserts. Oh my goodness, we've got Connor Lee. Oh, he's not handing out.
Yes,
There he is.
There he is. And what a shocker, he's on his phone.
Oh boy.
Can't even take a step and look at the field.
Oh yeah. Nice Tacoma Rainiers
Yeah.
sweatshirt. I hope that's Tacoma Rainiers and not just the Rainier beer sweatshirt.
Based on his age, that would probably be good, yeah.
There we go. Frozen Sticks jersey gets it done.
I think Rainier's hoodie probably won that.
Yeah.
You see him? He was getting after
I
it.
agree. Bonus points for the hoodie, too. Here's Evan Hellner. First pitch up the middle, right to Al Harvey, who's in the shift. He struggles with the ball and then throws it over to first, and Maddox Nichols can't handle it. What looked like a cut and dry 6-3 out ends up as an error, and Hellner is on first base.
And Cooper Hancock, who just came into this game for Shane Buchanan, that was his first pitch of the day. And That is not how you want your first pitch to go, because that was played right into the shift, exactly what Hancock was looking for, and now he's got a leadoff runner on with Riley Sonoy up.
Nice high five there from Ryder Peterson. Riley Sonoy steps in and chops that one foul. Been an interesting game for Sonoy. He's been hit twice, both in the first and the fourth inning. Also grounded out to second base in the second. Sonoy rips this into right field, but it's right at Ethan Keene. Hellner goes back to first base. It's been a little bit frustrating for Sonoy since that groin injury he suffered in Wenatchee. He was hitting so well up to that point and has just kind of struggled to find a groove following that injury.
Yeah, and that was hit hard. That was the best swing he's put on a ball all night. And just can't find green grass out there. And that brings up Noah Kung, who's also not at his best night at the plate by any means either.
Kuhn was also hit by a pitch in the first, but has struck out both of his last 2 times at the dish. So Cooper Hancock comes in. Shane Buchanan did a solid job, but Rylan Gullard ripped an RBI triple the opposite way back in the 5th. This could be 2, but it gets past the second baseman. Orlando Young is going to want that one back. Another error for the Dudes this inning. Now 2 are aboard.
I actually think that's going to go down as a hit just because Orlando Young didn't get his mid on it. And while that should be an error, by rule, that is a hit against Cooper Hancock, who has done nothing wrong here in the 6th inning. If anything, his worst pitch was turned into the only out of the inning on a line drive from Riley Sonoy.
That'll bring up Tyler Eisenhut now with 2 on. That one's inside. Looks like Teo Perala has replaced Marwin Yu behind the plate for the Dudes. That's a pretty good combination for the Dudes to have both Perala and Yu at that position.
Perala was also catching for Hancock out in the bullpen as well. Maybe just playing into that connection. That might have just been part of the game plan for today for Redmond.
Eisenhut, up for the 4th time today, was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. He came around to score a run on a single from Will Cooley. And then struck out looking his last time up back in the 5th. It was an off-speed pitch from Buchanan that froze him. Takes a big hack at this one. This one could be dangerous. Orlando Young, who just made that error, calls everyone off and records the 2nd out of the inning.
Eisenhut's going to want that swing back. He had the pitch he wanted on 2-0 and just got under it. That'll bring up Jake Daly with a couple runners on. And Daly in the 8-hole, which means Will Cooley's on deck and Rylan Gullard is 2 batters away.
And put up like that graphic.
Yeah,
the Shohei
Ohtani graphic, yeah.
Gullard's looking for his 5th hit of the game. He's 4 for 4. Now Jake Daly takes a look at ball 1. Daly 0 for 3 today. Flew out to the second baseman Young back in the 5th. Both runners are on via an error. It seems like Noah Kung's hit will be a hit. Got past Orlando Young, but it should have been made. That one's outside for ball 2.
That almost broke Teo Perala's ankles behind the plate. I think just a miscommunication there between Hancock and Perala.
Daly attending St. Peter's, and yes, that's St. Peter's. The March Madness Cinderella favorites back in 2022 with Doug Edert giving hope for all of us undersized white boys that had dreams playing basketball but didn't make it, like the 2 guys standing in the broadcast booth right now.
Yeah, it turns out when you're averaging like 10 points a game in A-ball in Montana, colleges are not looking out for you.
I don't think so, unfortunately. That was strike 1 to Daly. But he was a ray of sunshine there. He was.
Every time we say that Daly went to St. Peter's, it puts a smile on my face. I know.
It's great. 3-1 now after a zone finder. This one's over to 3rd. Coma's going to grab it and just touch third base for out number 3. So Hancock gets through the bottom of the 6th with no runs across. Still a long uphill battle for the Dudes going into the 7th inning. They trail 8-1.
Now the Wild Rainiers will come out. Bottle got a rare win last time out, and I think Can will have something to say. I'm predicting an absolutely dominant win from Can.
All right. You know, neither of them is moving very fast.
I think I might be right.
Yeah. There seems to be some separation.
Ooh. Yeah, wow. I didn't know how right I was going to be unless Bottle really kicks it into gear. Oh, my. Wow. I don't think Crispies want to race by this much.
Boy, looking like Secretariat out there.
That was not even close. Can had some rumors to put to bed.
Give him a slap in the head, I guess. Yeah, Bottle, can't really see your face, but you should be disappointed.
Yeah, you just go hide.
Go hide and drink some Rainiers.
Yeah.
Connor Lee somehow makes his way into the shot. Can we get a frat flick, please, from Connor Lee? We got one yesterday.
America what they want.
Please. Oh, he's hugging the Rainier now.
That's very nice, Connor.
That is very nice. Might do that at Jack and Dance's this upcoming school year. Still no frat flick.
No, we'll get it.
Here we go.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. With Ryder Peterson, too. All right. Given EDMs. Oh, no. That is not a frat flick.
Crispy. That was not what that was. But I got to say, Connor still, like.
Chills.
It just like, I feel free. Free as a bird whenever Connor Lee just hits one of these.
It's one of the, yeah. I don't even know how to respond to that.
No, I don't either. Where do you go from here?
I don't know. Crispy, been involved in scandal this summer. There's Hawthorne Moody.
That looks like you know, I hope you know what I'm talking about. Like, it'll be like the media day videos they play at baseball games, and it'll be like the back end reliever, and it's just like clearly they told him at media day to just be like, just do anything, and he'll just toss the ball up the air. Yeah, the arms crossed is a classic.
Hawthorne Moody has too much swag for that.
Oh, what's this?
This is Riley Sonoy. Might be rolling out the groin there.
I need to get in on that. I might leave.
Intense skill.
Start doing keepy uppies out in the bullpen. Jaden Palacios still out there for the Sticks, which I really like. A 7-run lead. He's been throwing well today. And you got to save arms for tomorrow against an Everett team that is pretty decisively better than Redmond.
And Palacios, nice heads-up play. Times that well to tag out Teo Perala on the base pass. Perala came in to replace Marwin Yu behind the plate, but replaces Xavier Hess as the 9-hole hitter in the lineup. Now, to the bottom of the order with Maddox Nichols. We'll take another look.
Interesting that Perala comes in Hess's place, and now maybe Marwin Yu moves over to a DH or EH and stays in the lineup for this game, just doesn't have to catch.
That'll bring up Nichols, who struck out his last time at the plate against Jaden Palacios in the top of the 5th inning. He also ripped a single in the 3rd and has plated the only run for the Dudes in this ballgame. That one runs upstairs for ball 2. So Palacios now scoreless. Started in the 5th inning, had a scoreless 6. Now in his 3rd inning of work, has already retired Teo Perala, who has done damage against this Fish Sticks team earlier this summer. That one is outside. He is behind 3-0.
Did get behind 2-0 to Perala, ended up winning that battle. .30 zone finder for strike 1.
Crispy's giving us. Oh no!
Did Crispy just knock over someone's food?
Crispy just ran into someone holding a beer and spilled it.
Oh, Crispy!
That's not
no,
saving
Crispy, no.
That's not saving your PR.
No, dude.
Not pictured. Literally 5 seconds earlier, running into an old lady and spilling her beer. That's all right.
Come on.
As long as he dances with the kids.
That is not how we want to represent the fish sticks of the community.
Now he's walking up towards us.
Oh,
This
boy.
could get dangerous.
Ooh.
Here's the payoff from Palacios. That one gets away for ball 4. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
He's coming up to us.
Here we go.
Oh,
Hey, what's up,
he's
man?
towering over us.
What's up, Crispy?
How you doing?
You see that camera right there?
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Okay, I guess you don't.
You look. There, yeah,
There he
yeah,
is.
There he is. There we go. Pull out some more dance moves, too.
Hey, what was the beer all about, man?
Yeah, you. What happened there?
Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Who else? I mean, I don't really know. No, not that. No, that's a whole different thing.
Can we get a hairline reveal? This one's out to Gullard, who comes in and makes a nice play. There you go. Wave check out here with the fish stick.
If you have sunglasses nearby, please put them on.
All right, reveal it. Wait, hold on. We got a replay. One second.
We got to reveal another great catch from Rylan Gullard in center field before we reveal Crispy's hairline. He is so good at those sliding catches coming forward.
All
okay,
right.
Crispy, it's your
yourself.
time to shine.
Here we go. Hairline reveal. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, wow. Balder than I remember, Crispy.
Love it. Oh, no. You know, I might be headed down that path one day. We'll see. Now he's hiding.
Oh. You know, I would feel bad, but you did knock over that person's beer.
Yeah, you did.
And that's not very nice.
Oh, you want to say something? I don't think you can talk.
No, Crispy, you can't. No, Crispy.
You can't say anything.
It's okay.
You'll get in trouble. There we go. You can clap.
Yeah.
We've got a big supporter. A beer spiller and a scandal driver behind us. Would give him the mic to maybe do some play-by-play calls.
But he famously cannot talk.
He can't talk,
he is a mascot.
Yeah,
yeah, that's you.
There we go. Everyone is looking straight back at us. That one gets through for a base hit for Lucas Coma. Yet another one. That was loud jumping and banging.
Remember, it's nothing but metal bleachers here at the Friar outside of the Founders box, and that is very loud. And that was loud contact off the bat from Lucas Coma as well. More traffic for Palacios, but he's got out of every jam today.
Back-to-back 3-hit games for Lucas Coma.
Hey.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's get a replay of his loud bouncing on the audible. Almost like the Wenatchee game. Yeah, there you are. Oh, not again. No, please, no.
No, get him off. Get him off, please.
Please, no. Spare me. Don't you have a job to do? I don't know. Maybe one day we'll have to throw on the mascot gear. Oh, more dancing. Orlando Young does have a chance to drive in a run here in the top of the 7th. Not sure what's going on the field. Uh-oh.
Now we've got a first base coach for the Dudes just kind of walking out into the field. Really,
I've got a Diet Coke
apparent
going on.
reason. Kyle's got a Diet Coke on his head. Never a chance of that, but
okay. I've got no idea what's happening on the baseball field right now.
I think they're trading base coaches. Maybe that guy's got to leave. I don't even know.
I Does he have a... Oh, no. Oh, God, no.
Crispy's been shaking that a little too much.
You've got some people to entertain, don't you?
Oh, jeez.
It's just chaos.
All right, Crispy, hey, thanks for stopping by. Don't leave it hanging, Kyle.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Hey, good to see you, man. Wow, he is excited to be above 500. That's all I can say about that.
It's me versus Crispy next week. The first base coach just got ejected from the ball game.
That was the calmest ejection I've ever seen. It was so calm, we didn't even know he got ejected.
He's got his belongings in the dugout, and he's
leaving. Only in the PIL would you see that. This guy's just leaving.
He's got his backpack on, and he is gone. Boy, I didn't even catch that. He was sauntering over to the dugout. The first base umpire ejected the first base coach. Got no idea why. Crispy was up here doing jumping jacks on the bleachers.
That might be the calmest, most collected ejection in the history of baseball. No scene, no anything like that. Just, I guess, a comment that turned into a toss, and he's dapping up Marwin Yu and hitting the road.
I really wish we could see it. It would have caught our attention, regardless of if Crispy was right behind me.
Everyone's making sure to say bye as he leaves, which is very nice.
And then the head coach basically saunters over to the first base umpire, has a calm discussion, and then goes back.
I have no idea what just happened. I'll be honest.
Lucas Coma did collect his third hit of the game. That is the second straight time he's had 3 hits against the Fish Sticks. He has been mashing the baseball. So after all of that, it's a 1-2 count now to Orlando Young. Jaden Palasha is looking to make it 3 straight scoreless innings if he were to retire Young. He just stays alive and staves off the pitch. Who you got in the Crispy race between me and him?
I don't know. It's going to be a great race.
Oh, thank you.
I know that.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I'm taking Crispy.
Okay.
He is on quite the run right now.
He is. That is true. I'm not too confident in myself to not pull or strain something. That is strike 3 to Orlando Young. 3 scoreless for Jaden Palasha. That's his 4th K of the game. So to the 7th inning stretch we go. Palasha's had some words for the Dudes after that.
Once upon a home in the Issaquah Highlands, the Parkers used Thumbtack for a new kitchen island. Now the pizza is cooking and the kids are excited. Thank goodness for Thumbtack and all it provided. Start your home story on Thumbtack.
Oh, shit. Thanks, Crispy.
You ever wonder how Crispy gets to the fryer for games? He uses King County Metro's Rapid Ride H-Line.
So here's what happened. Just kidding. That is not what happened. But that is what it was live. But what happened back in the last inning for that ejection, the first base coach for the Redmond Dudes called a strike pitch, quote unquote, horrible. And I believe the first base umpire had enough of that and ejected the first base coach, and that is why he has exited the premises.
Yeah, it was in a flash. We were more focused on Crispy's antics up here on the broadcast booth, but man, what a sequence that was in the top half of the 7th inning. There's the umpire that sent a coach packing for the Dudes, who trail 8-1. It's just been a frustrating day for them all around. And
Will Cooley sends it that direction, but foul. So Cooper Hancock is back out for another inning of work as the pitcher. He came in to relieve Shane Buchanan.
Rylan Gillard on deck. 4 for 4, 3 singles and a triple. It would be the first 5-hit day for any fish stick this season if he got another this time up. And bottom of the 7th, fish sticks lead by 7, so most likely only 2 innings left at the plate. This might be his last chance as well.
Will Cooley's having a great day himself. He's 2 for 3. Had a run back in the 5th. Also had an RBI on one of his singles and make it 3 for 4. 3 singles on the day for Will Cooley at the bottom of the order. That's exactly what the Fish Sticks have wanted to see out of him, the late addition, and he takes it up the middle.
Kind of got jammed by that 3-2 pitch, and it didn't matter. He just put it in a dead zone in shallow center, and now Rylan Gillard comes up. Has been an impossible out today.
Lights come on just in time. Singles back in the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd, and then a triple that scored a run back in the 5th inning. Can he do it? Check swing. Hancock's going to muff it and then throw over to first to get him just in time. So didn't come around on the first pitch he saw. I think he's a little frustrated. He wants that 5th hit of the game. He might have another opportunity maybe in the 8th inning, but we'll see.
He's got to depend on the rest of his lineup, which by itself has had a great day in itself as well. Alex Hamada comes up. He's 1 for 3, and then Braden Bartholomew, a 3-run homer in the 1st on deck. Evan Hellner behind him, who had a 3-run double as well. And still, 7 runs came in those first 3 innings for the Sticks, so it was early and often. Since then, it's been pretty low scoring.
This one's dribbled over to Orlando Young, who makes the easy out at second base, but Hamada is in the 2-hole for the first time this season. The 1-2-3 between Gillard, Hamada, and Bartholomew scored all 6 runs in the first 2 innings to give the Fish Sticks an early lead. And back in the 1st inning, Braden Bartholomew was the one to plate all 3 with a moonshot to left field for his 5th home run of the summer. And it was off to the races for the Fish Sticks offense from there. Finally takes a look at the first pitch of the at-bat and lets that fastball go for strike 1.
If there's any first pitch that I would expect him to swing at outside of the one that ended up over the left field fence, it would probably be that one.
Late to that fastball, it gets past Maddox Nichols, and that will score Will Cooley for the 9th run of the game for the Sticks. It'll be interesting to see if that's a hit or an error. And it is ruled as a hit for Braden Bartholomew. 2nd hit and 4th RBI of the game, and Jimothy runs across the screen.
Yeah, Jimothy has loved what he's seen from this team. Now 9-1, another hit for Bartholomew. And that's the 2nd time that the Fish Sticks have gotten a hit on the beneficiary of a Redmond Dudes infielder just swinging and missing with their mitt.
I have really unfortunate news coming from the booth. My trusty blue pen, which I've been using all summer long, has officially run out of ink.
Oh, no.
That is a true tragedy.
Wow. Can we do a moment of silence for the blue pen?
Thank you. That was beautiful.
It's very meaningful.
It is. Oh, wait. A revival.
It's a miracle.
We are back.
It's a miracle.
We're back. So Braden Bartholomew, an RBI single to make it 9-1. His 4th RBI of the game. Had a home run back in the 1st. Evan Hellner way in front of that. For strike 2. Hellner cleared the bases with a double the opposite way into the left center gap that scored Bartholomew, Hamada, and Rylan Goller. That made it 6-0 in the second, and it really hasn't seemed like the Dudes have been close since then. That one's upstairs. Count is 2 apiece.
And if you're the Fish Sticks right now, 9-1, you get great innings out of Jaden Mizuno and Jaden Palacios today, the 2 Jadens on the pitching staff. Just kind of on cruise control from here on out, preparing for tomorrow's contest with the Everett Merchants.
Defeated the Merchants yesterday 8-5 after the Merchants walked them off in the bottom of the 9th inning up in Everett the week before. So that should be a good one tomorrow afternoon on Seal Slinger Sunday. Here's the payoff with 2 outs. Bartholomew on the move. This one's right over to Maddox Nichols. He's going to take it himself and get the 3rd out of the inning. So to the top of the 8th inning we go, but the Sticks are in full cruise control, ahead 9-1.
Yeah, it's just been a display of hitting today for the Sticks, and in the 7th, there's more where that came from. Another run driven in by Braden Bartholomew, and it's time for the Thumbtack Relay Race. Thank you to our entertainment director, Roshan Brow. We have some next-gen stats about the Thumbtack Relay Race. We asked the question last night, how many races have the Plumbers won? How many races have the Painters won? The Plumbers are ahead 9-5 in the season series. That's also Kyle's team. Kyle always cheers for the Plumbers, and I always cheer for the Painters. There are, counting today, 5 home games remaining, which means there's, at max, 5 Thumbtack Relay Races remaining. The Painters need to win every single one. They need to run the table.
There we go. No better chance than right now. The Plumbers are out to a great start.
Oh, boy. Well, I can just see the chances of the Painters winning the season series just flying over the left field fence and away.
A total false start by the Painters on that second leg. Just went way too quick.
Yeah, like the Plumbers have never done that.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, extracurriculars. There we go.
This is embarrassing that the Plumbers can get away with that and still have a lead like they do.
Oh, man. Efficiency. Oh, another one? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. And galloping to the finish line. That is the most impressive win of the summer by far.
That was a hard one to watch. I'll be honest.
Yeah, for
just the taunt the whole way.
For Painter FC, that's a tough one.
Ooh, and that locks up the season series for the Plumbers as well. So congratulations to the Plumbers for taking home the Thumbtack Relay Race this year.
Fairs to Painter FC.
Yeah, it's okay.
The beautiful batting gloves of Adam Al-Harbi back out again. Cole Miller is now in. Jaden Palacios goes 3 innings, doesn't allow a run after 4 innings from Jaden Mizuno of just 1 run work. Al-Harbi gives it his all on that first pitch for strike 1. This is Miller's 12th appearance of the year. He's pitched 19 innings, has allowed 25 hits in those 19 innings, but just 6 earned runs. So he's good for a 2.84 ERA. He has become the master of getting out of situations.
He's not even going to be in a situation right here as Alex Amata reels in an easy pop-up in the infield. But Miller went 1-2-3 against the Dudes. That's in the middle of the infield.
It is. Tossed by Al-Harbi.
Miller goes 1-2-3 in the 9th against the Dudes in a 14-6 game. There's the back toss. Just some frustration from Al-Harbi and what has turned into quite the blowout here at the Friar. But 1-2-3 on Thursday against the Dudes, and another batter retired.
This has been an impressive pitching display for the Fish Sticks. Just as impressive of a display on the pitching end as it is at the batter's box. 9 runs on 13 hits, highlighted by a 3-run home run from Braden Bartholomew and a 3-run double from Evan Hellner. Marwin Yu takes this over. That's why there's a net there. The founder's box people reacting accordingly.
Best seat in the house for a reason, and that's because you are basically right in the action over there. It is a clear sight line You're on field level and everything. I got to get out there.
Yeah, it looks great. That one's ball one once you count out a Marwin Yu. Here's the question of the day. Are you taking a 105-mile-an-hour pitch from Jacob Mizurowski for $1,000? You know it's coming, and you just got to square up and take it as Marwin Yu squares that one up and takes it to left field for a base hit. Finally gets on base after squaring up 3 balls earlier this game. He was 0 for 3. And great piece of hitting. He's at first.
He is such a good hitter. We say it every time these two teams play, and as this is likely the last time we'll see Marwin Yu at the dish today, and therefore all summer. He has just been so good all year, and Fish Sticks could use him. Fish Sticks could use a guy like Marwin Yu.
Anyway, you taking that
is
fastball?
An attempt. That is an attempt to get Marwin Yu on the sticks, but 105. The fastest I've probably been hit by is like 70. So I have no idea what 105 would feel like.
I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing.
$1,000?
$1,000 is a good amount of money, but maybe
I'm not taking it.
$1,000?
Because I think I could end up in the hospital and then just end up paying $1,000 anyway, and then I'm at net zero and I had to wear an 105-mile-an-hour fastball.
So if you could choose to take a 105-mile-an-hour pitch anywhere?
Off the brim of my helmet.
That doesn't quite count. That's
no,
be 100% chance.
You said anywhere.
This one's ripped into left field by Keene, and it is out of here. Ethan Keene putting his stamp on a game that has been all Fish Sticks. He rips that one from Cole Miller over the left field wall for a two-run shot.
This is the first sign of life we've seen from this Dude offense since all the way back in the 3rd inning, and that ball was scorched to left field. It looked exactly like the homer we saw from Braden Bartholomew to that exact same direction. Gets out in a hurry, and Fish Sticks still in the driver's seat, but finally some offense for the Dudes in this game.
That one got out quickly. Drew some ooze from the home crowd here at the Friar. Cole Miller responds with a strike to Kenny Chu. That might have been the highest exit velocity we've seen on a ball all summer long.
I think the only one that comes close was from this Redmond Dudes team as well. Julian Unai sent one out on a line earlier this summer, and it's that same exact part of the park, and it was also hit hard, but I think Ethan Keene's got him beat.
Here's the 0-2 to Kenny Chu. He pops it up in the infield. Who's going to call it off? It's Cole Miller here. Does the work himself for out number 2.
Every time those go up in the air right in front of a home plate, it's a little worrisome just who's going to call it off, and maybe everyone assumes someone else is going to get it and it gets down. But Cole Miller just kind of stands his ground right in the middle, and that is his space to cover, and he does just that right there.
That'll bring up Austin Enderson. So that was a 2-run shot. It is now 9-3 Fish Sticks. The Dudes do have 9 hits in this game. They just haven't been able to capitalize on those hits in a 9-3 ball game. Enderson struck out his last time up back in the 6th. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Miller fires in there off the inside part of the plate, ball 2. So Miller threw now 19 2/3. He entered in with just 6 earned runs. But left that fastball over the meat of the plate for Ethan Keene. That one's over the middle of the plate to Enderson. It's now a 2-1 count.
Important that Miller stays grounded and stays in the zone as well. He did a good job of that against Kenny Chu.
2 gone. This one's fouled over near the Founders box once again. Getting some action over there.
I liked the kind of the corner seat in the Founders box, front row. Moved to his left like he was going to make that play, even though That is pretty clearly blocked off. I don't think we'd be able to put people out there if it wasn't blocked off.
Ooh, look at that shot. Getting in on the camera work from McConnell. Swing and a miss for strike three. Miller is out of the inning. No runs come across after that home run from Ethan Keene. It was a line shot out to left field. A 2-run shot that cuts into the lead. It's 9-3 Sticks still going into the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Once upon a home in the Issaquah Highlands, the Parkers used Thumbtack for a new kitchen island. Now the pizza is cooking and the kids are excited. Thank goodness for Thumbtack and all it provided. Start your home story on Thumbtack.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
They always say, think happy thoughts. It's easy when you're a Wendy's cookie dough frosty fusion. I'm an instant dopamine hit. Get it? Dope-amine? Like cookie dough. I said like cookie dough! Happiness is a cookie dough frosty fusion at Wendy's.
Oh, Audrey, look over there.
Where? Oh, a whole herd of reindeer beers.
Not herds, Audrey. Rainier's come in 6-pack.
Oh,
Wake up, Harley.
Harley, look at the reindeers. Oh, they're just so fresh and friendly.
Very likely here in the bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be the last time that we see the Fish Sticks hit in this game, but not a more entertaining pitcher that could go out there. Kenny Chu is on the mound, the switch pitcher, and this should be fun.
Yeah, we saw him on Thursday, and we saw this in the top half of the 8th inning. Ethan Keene just unloads on a ball. A line drive that gets out in a hurry and gets out with some room to spare out to left field, and that was the first pulse we saw from this dude's offense since all the way back in the 3rd inning. But Jaden Mizuno and Jaden Palacios, both great days on the mound. They built this lead, and the Sticks still comfortably ahead. As we'll get our first look at Jackson Dulé in a couple weeks. This is a guy that we both love to see back in the batter's box. Hasn't played since that 9-8 thriller against the Seattle Studs a couple weeks ago.
So an absence for Dulé from the lineup, as you said, since July 9th, excuse me. It's been over 2 weeks since we've seen him at the dish. Was that a knuckleball?
Of course he has a knuckleball.
That was a knuckleball. The switch pitcher, Kenny Chu, just threw a knuckleball to Jackson Dulé on the first pitch. That is unreal. What else do we have in store? Well, we have a ball. Dulé up to this point in the season hitting .239 with a .397 on base percentage. He walked 6 times in a 2-game span right before he departed from the team for a couple of weeks. First swing in a while, he fouls it off. Has 11 walks on the year, has also been hit by a pitch. So it's really good at getting on base, and he's got sub-7 60 speed, which is pretty elite, one of the faster guys on this team. Attending Bellevue College. That one misses the outside part of the zone for ball 3.
And obviously you want insurance runs, and the Fish Sticks have plenty of those, but I think the goal for this lineup is to get Rylan Gillard back up to the plate in that leadoff spot because he's working on a 5-hit game. He's 4 for 5 right now. There he is.
Wow, that was close up. This could get down, and it does in the shallow part of right field for Jackson Dulé. So gets a hit his first time up in a couple of weeks. That's a good sign. He was pinch hitting for Riley Sonoy in the 5-hole spot, so that'll bring up Noah Kuhn.
Boy, it looked like Orlando Young might have had a play on that, but just leaves it be, and Ethan Keene can't quite put a run on it to make the play. Now Noah Kuhn will come up. Kuhn a base hit in this game. He's 1 for 3. And Dulé, first time on the bases in a couple of weeks, and he can fly.
Doesn't take off there. Kuhn takes a look at strike 1. Been a weird game for Noah Kuhn today. He was hit by a pitch back in the first, then struck out twice in a row in the second and the fourth. And then it was called a hit back in the sixth inning, but it was a chopper over to Orlando Young at second base that he mishandled. It didn't hit the glove, so it goes down as a hit. 4 batters until we get to Rylan Gullard, who had 4 hits through the first 5 innings and then grounded out back in the 7th. Could have an opportunity to become the first stick this season to have 5 hits in a game. This one's dribbled over to Lucas Coma at third. He calmly walks in and throws across the diamond, not in time. Boy, that is another one that looks like it might have been favorable for the Fish Sticks, but Coon is aboard with another infield single.
Coon's got great speed, and even I don't think it beat out that throw. I think like probably a half step, that beat him to the bag. But now the Fish Sticks with 2 runners on, nobody out, and at least for Gullard watch, this is looking really good because Tyler Eisenhut hitting 7th, and then you've got Jake Daly, followed by, in the 9-hole today, Will Cooley, who has had a great day as well. And then after that, it will be Rylan Gullard.
A ball into the outfield would likely score Jackson Dulé. Eisenhut up for the 5th time now today. That gets past Teo Perala. Dulé is taken off. I don't think Perala even noticed. He was looking over at first base where Noah Kung stayed put, so now first and third with nobody out.
It's a smart move from Kung because Perala looked straight at Noah Kung. He was going to go to second with that. Maybe he knew how fast Jackson Dulé was, or maybe it was just easier for him to twist and throw to second. But Kung, he was kind of hung up in the middle, so he goes right back to first, and Dulé advances, no outs recorded.
That one finds the zone in a 2-0 count for strike 1 to Tyler Eisenhut. Eisenhut flew out to second base back in the 6th. He struck out looking in the 5th and was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the 3rd inning. Eisenhut was nursing a hamstring injury in the beginning of July. Seems to have fully recovered from that now. Takes a look at another strike over the heart of the zone. Average got all the way up to 264 before today's game. So Eisenhut has got Jackson Dulé at third and Noah Kung at first with nobody gone. Kung takes off. Eisenhut right back up the middle. Chu decides to go to second base. Dulé doesn't take off at third. So everybody is safe. And the bases are now loaded. What a weird play.
Yeah, Dulé had to stay at third base because if he went, Kenny Chu was just going to throw home and he would be out by a couple country miles. So instead, Kenny Chu goes to second where Noah Kung was already stealing the bag. And it was a close play until the ball just bounced out of Orlando Young's mitt. Bases loaded, nobody out. Barring a double play, Rylan Gullard will come up in the 8th.
5-hit watch is very much still alive. Jake Daly has an opportunity here with the bases loaded and nobody gone to put this game way out of reach. A switch pitcher, Kenny Chu, who throws knuckleballs. First pitch, Daly is swinging and fouls it off. Daly 0 for 4 tonight. Had a good game yesterday. Was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Will Cooley on deck. He's got 3 singles in this game. Has scored his last 2 times up at the plate. Off speed. Curls in there and out of the zone for ball 1. That one looked like a great pitch there from Kenny Chu.
That's a great take from Daly, and every time he plays, he shows off his discipline a couple times a night.
Bases loaded, nobody gone. Another off speed. That time it finds the zone for strike 2.
That looked nearly identical to the pitch that was just called for ball 1. Chu just moves it in a touch and catches the plate. There's Rylan Gullard. He's in the hole. Again, 4 for 5 right now, looking for his 5th hit.
Just the cheeriest guy you'll ever meet. Such a great guy. in the transfer portal right now, and I want him to come to my Zags next year. He's for sure going to be a Division I guy. Daly takes this towards Al Harvey. Al Harvey's just going to flip it over to third and get the lead runner. A runner will score. Jackson Dulay in his first action in a couple of weeks, so Daly will record the RBI, but there's one gone.
I was worried we might have a double play right there, and that might put the Ryland Gullard 5-hit watch in jeopardy, but that's just been a very interesting 8th inning. But once again, the Fish Sticks score a run in the 8th inning. They are the greatest 8th inning offense in the history of baseball.
According to our
to
crunch
my mind.
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
They really are. They scored 4 runs to come back against the Merchants a week ago. And since then, they have scored in every 8th inning. That one gets past Perala. The runners will advance, and now Ryland Gullard has about 100% chance, barring some sort of crazy double play, to come up and attempt to get his 5th hit of the game.
Let's go. Obviously, Will Cooley still has to finish his AB, and Cooley, 3 for 4. He's a hit away from a 4-hit game himself.
Look at that smile.
That'd be very impressive to have 2 sticks hit for 4+ hits in a game, especially Cooley in the 9-hole as well.
Here's the 1-0. Oh, boy. So now we are on the... Oh, no. He's going to switch arms mid-at-bat. Kenny Chu, again, a switch pitcher. We saw him 2 days ago. It shocked us. He went left hand to try to go against the left-hander, Will Cooley, advantage to Kenny Chu. He was thinking about going back to his right hand after that one just completely got away with him, but he's sticking with the left hand.
Might as well try it in a 10-3 game.
Here's the 2-0. That one is also low, and we just received word from Connor, our director. He has to stick with the left hand. He is barred from switching hands mid-at-bat, which that's kind of a dumb rule in my opinion.
Here, I think the reason why is if you have a switch pitcher versus a switch hitter, if he switches hands in the middle of the AB, then if Will Cooley were a switch hitter, which he's not, he would just be able to switch boxes, and then that would be a whole thing.
Right. So here's the 3-0. That one does not find the zone. Will Cooley, that will likely be his last at-bat, but he had a heck of a game. 3 for 4 with a walk, and now Ryland Gullard is up with an opportunity for his 5th hit of the game. He is 4 for 5. He's got 3 singles and an RBI triple back in the 5th inning.
And ducks on the pond as well. The bags are packed for Gullard.
He check swung on the first pitch in his last at-bat in the 7th. That resulted in a ground out. Back to the right hand for Kenny Chu. Seems to be his more dominant hand. He fires in ball 1, though, to Gullard, and you got to think Gullard's going to be swinging at the first pitch he sees that might sniff the zone. Here's the 1-0. Gullard chops it the right side, and Orlando Young makes a great play. So no 5-hit game for Ryland Gullard, but he does drive in another run for his 2nd RBI of the game. As Tyler Eisenhut comes across, it is 11-3 Sticks.
On a night where the Dudes defense just hasn't been as ideal as they may have wanted, that's a great play from Orlando Young right there to read that off the hop on the rise as well, and just flipping on over to first. Another run scores, 2nd run driven in for Gullard today, but that's a bummer. I wanted to see a 5-hit game.
He'll have to settle for 4 and 2 RBIs. Wow, what a snag over there in the dugout by Jackson Dulay on that foul ball. That was impressive. We might have a camera angle that got a great shot at that.
They got a good cheer out of everyone here at the Friar. Made it look easy.
Hamada's had a good game as well. He doubled and scored back in the 2nd inning. His lone base hit of the summer. Has scored twice today. Also made one of the best plays that we've seen in the field by a fish stick all summer. On a ball that was scorched down the 3rd base line, Hamada, who's usually a 2nd baseman, dove to his right. Made the longest throw you pretty much can across the diamond to get out of Mel Harvey. This one's hit well into left field. It's tailing towards foul territory. Ethan Keene dives. No word. We have our view blocked and he would not make the catch.
Oh my gosh, I think he's in the water taxi.
I think he is.
Something like that. I think he got sucked into a portal out there. We haven't seen him come out. There he is. There's Ethan Keene.
Glad he's okay, but when he dove, or he slid, we lost him in our view. That's not one that we haven't seen an out recorded all the way back there this season.
Boy, that was close, though. He put a really good run on it. And who knows? I think the bus or the taxi out there could have caught the ball before Ethan Keene could get to it. Every break going the Fish Sticks away here in the 8th.
So 2nd and 3rd here with 2 outs. 2 runs have come across. It's 11-3. There was the knuckleball on the right side. Can he choose? Trying to fix that. I would embarrass myself if I walked out to the mound and tried to throw a knuckleball.
Yeah, if I threw a knuckleball, it would go about 20 feet and dribble to the plate.
Here's the 2-2, and that slings into the zone for strike 3. It's a good pitch from Kenny Chu. Hamada is retired, but 2 more runs come across, both on RBI groundouts from Jake Daly and Rylan Gullard. And to the top of the 9th we go. Braden Bartholomew won't get another chance to come up at the dish. He had a 3-run shot back in the 1st inning that really set the tone for this game.
Yeah, that was a nuke as well. It was basically a no-doubter off the bat, and that was 3 runs on 3 batters. The Dudes hadn't recorded an out when that ball went over the fence, and like you said, it set the tone because now we're in an 11-3 game. 7 runs came across in those first 3 frames for the Fish Sticks, and this has just been a cruiser for the Fish Sticks at the Friar tonight.
Oh, boy. Josiah just got clocked in the face. Or that's Jonah, excuse me.
By guess who? Guess who hit him in the face, folks? Crispy. He's just, man, gets above 500, thinks he can do anything around here. He's just hopping around bleachers, doing whatever, making a scene.
That got me amped up for this top of the 9th inning, but there's still a good crowd here. This has been a relatively quick game by Fish Sticks measures. It was a 6:05 start. It's still not 9 o'clock yet. So, the big crew. Teo Perala lead things off here for the Redmond Dudes. It's 9-10-1 due up. Miller did let up a 2-run home run to Ethan Keene back in the 8th inning. Struck out the last batter he faced in Austin Anderson. That one's low for ball 1 to Perala. Perala came in to pinch hit for Xavier Hess, but took over Marwin Yu's role as the catcher. This one's dribbled into the Dudes dugout. It's a 1-1 count.
And I gotta say, that Dudes dugout is short. There are not a lot of subs over there. They have brought only so many people to this game. They already lost their first base coach in this game as well. And Xavier Hess, who was in Teo Perala's spot in the lineup, is now the first base coach, and Perala's got a hit.
Good piece of hitting from Teo Perala off of Cole Miller. The leadoff man is aboard. That is the 10th hit of the game for the Redmond Dudes. They've only plated 3, but 15 hits from the Sticks, 10 from the Dudes, and that's kind of what we've come to expect over the last couple of games between these 2 teams. Again, the 8th and final meeting. We will have to bid farewell to the Redmond Dudes this summer, who this is their second to last game of the summer. They face off against the Merchants on the 29th, and that will be their last go for the 2026 campaign. I'll miss the Dudes.
Yeah, this is a fun baseball team. I mean, they haven't had their best year, but I think we both know is hit pretty well.
Left field at the wall. Cooley makes the grab. Man, Maddox Nichols was a foot from setting over another 2-run home run. He just has to tip the cap, and Will Cooley He has made that catch before. That's a tough play for out number 1.
Yeah, he got a tip of the cap from Nichols on his way back to the dugout. And Nichols, a really good reception when he got back, and that's just because that's a really good swing he put on that ball. And Cooley just handles it with ease. He's run into that wall 3 times already this summer and caught every single ball. But no, this Dudes team is fun. We both just can't believe that they're at the bottom of the PIL because this lineup has been dangerous all year, and they've gotten a couple off the fish sticks this summer. And a lot of talented guys on this team. We've just played them so often. We've come to love them in a way.
This one's hit well by Gabe Pham, and Pham's got his second hit of the ball game with a single to left field. But kind of going back to what's happened in the season series, the Fish Sticks are on their way to their 6th win in 8 games, but there was a walk-off win for the Fish Sticks, courtesy of Alex Hamada. One of the games, there was 4 home runs combined between both teams. That was a 10-6 victory for the Dudes, who plated 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning. But that was a fun game. And then, of course, we caught Jacob Swanson eating the hot dog in the dugout in one of the games. And that's the most viral moment we've had this year.
That also ended in a walk-off. It was a walk-off walk by Cade Galen.
So it's been a lot of fun. And it was 14-6 the last time these dudes met, or teams met. But
they are all dudes.
They're all dudes. Yeah. We're all dudes at the end of the day. You know, I am a Redmond Dudes fan after this season. 0-1 runs inside on Lucas Coma, and Lucas Coma has been so good against the Sticks. 2 straight 3-hit games now against this team going back to Thursday. Has had a single back in the 1st, the 5th, and the 7th innings. He takes a look at strike 1 and had such an impressive freshman season at Everett Community College last year. Hit .323. And like I said in the beginning of the game, he had 41 RBIs in 48 games.
Those are some impressive numbers, and we can expect him to be a mainstay in that Everett CC lineup.
Hit well again. Right at Will Cooley, though. So finally, Lucas Coma is retired. And there are 2 gone. Here in the 9th inning, Cole Miller 1 out away from sending the Fish Sticks home with their 3rd straight victory.
And with Orlando Young coming to the dish, the fans who have really stuck it out this game, this is a great crowd still on hand at this hour, but I'm not sure the fans realize that the Dick's Burger Batter is on deck with Adam Al-Harvey.
Slides in there for strike 1 from Cole Miller. The EDM is back. You got to wonder where the Connor Lee cam is to bring us some more chilling frat flicks.
Bone-chilling frat flicks, yeah.
Got a great one out of him yesterday. That one's inside. EDM after every strike here in the 9th inning. Where's Connor Lee? We got to locate him.
Yeah. For the road.
He's likely down the first base line, hanging out.
Probably on his phone, too.
Probably on his phone.
Look for a guy on his phone.
This one's hit high into the air. Noah Coong and Tyler Eisenhutter battling over it. Coong is going to take it, and that will be the ball game. 3 straight wins now for the DubSea Fish Sticks. They take an 11-3 victory over the Redmond Dudes. The 8th and final time these 2 teams will meet, and the Sticks finish 6-2 against them this year.
This offense is on a tear. 14 runs on Thursday, 9 runs on Friday, and 11 runs today. But the pitching staff as well, 2 guys in particular, Jaden Mizuno and Jaden Palacios. And then Cole Miller closes it out. But a great pitching performance. That was a complete baseball game from the Fish Sticks. That's one of the best games we've seen them play all year.
I'm going to give a couple of shout outs. First, Braden Bartholomew, a 3-run shot to extend his home run streak, or his home run lead on the team, and his RBI lead on the team. That set the tone back in the 1st inning. There were 3 runs in that inning before an out was recorded. And another shout out to Evan Hellner, who had a bases clearing double the opposite way in the 2nd inning to make it 6-0. And then a third shout out to Will Cooley, who was 3 for 4 today with a walk. His best game as a stick so far as a late addition this summer. But we're talking about stick of the game. I think there's only one right answer.
Yeah, it's Rylan Gillard. 4 for 6, 3 singles, and then an RBI triple in the 5th inning. He started 4 for 4 in this game, ended up driving home 2 runs, crossed home plate twice himself, both in the first 2 frames. And that was quite the day for Gully. And if there's any coaches watching, take a look at Rylan Gillard in the transfer portal.
Mark Maxhoff.
Yeah.
Back in Zaga, you're watching this game. Thank you.
Let's go.
DubSea Frank just gave us both a shout out. Again, he's walking down the first base line, fit of the year by far. He said, "We love you, Angus," and then he said, "We love you, other guy." So quite unfortunate. Does not know my name. That's all right.
It's okay.
But
it's okay.
Again,
you should just go down there and introduce yourself. Like, hi, I'm Kyle.
Fit of the year.
I'm other guy.
Fit of the decade.
Yeah.
Fit of the 2000s.
Fernando Mendoza has not even played it down in the NFL, and he's got the jersey and puts it together beautifully with the Chinese hat and then the leopard print.
It's beautiful. It's just a round of applause. That will not be topped. I guarantee it the rest of the way. But maybe the best part about the fact that Rylan Gillard is our stick of the game is that we will be able to interview Rylan Gillard. He is a great guy to interview. We got to think of a question. A fun one.
A fun one for Rylan Gillard?
Beckett Turnbow a fun one yesterday, so we'll think of one.
Yeah, we will figure it out. But no, dude, great dude, and then a great baseball player as well. 4 for 6, his first 4-hit game of the summer, and we'll get the chance to talk to him. Jackson holding the headset like a champion.
There we go.
Down there.
Crispy might be in the way.
No.
Oh my goodness, Connor Lee is stealing Rylan Gillard from us.
Dude, we gotta send this one away, Connor. Let's go. You can wait.
He's LARPing the picture. He's actually scrolling, so he got a little extra time there to scroll.
I don't want to do it.
Welcome back, Rylan Gillard, once again.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. I bet it's going even better for you. Describe what was going on there in the first 5 innings of that game. 4 hits, including an RBI triple. Just what worked for you today?
You know what? Just simplifying. Oh.
Hold
on, guys.
Oh, goodness.
You know what? Just simplifying. Hit the ball. I got lucky on a couple hits, which I'm glad about, but I'll take it. And, 4 for 6. Hell of a day.
You were 207 with a batting. That was your batting average against the Redmond Dudes coming into this game, and that for you, that's uncharacteristic. You have an average north of 300. You're one of the most consistent hitters in the entire league. So that's a breakthrough game against this team. I'm not sure if you knew that. But,
I didn't know.
What's it like to kind of just break through against this team on the last chance?
You know, it didn't feel like that, 207, but I'm glad that it went up after tonight. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. I'm happy. We got the dub, which most important, but, it's a good day.
And now we have a game tomorrow against the Everett Merchants. You guys are 1-1 against them this season. It's such a quick turnaround, as we got a little blockage, but that's okay.
Yep.
We got you from we got your back of your jersey
Should I
right
turn
now.
around?
Yeah, you can turn around.
Turn around up there.
Oh.
There we go. Oh, other way.
Oh, I got you.
There we go. There we go.
All right,
Very
sweet.
flexible, but what do? You have a game that ends kind of late in tonight and then a game early tomorrow. What's your go-to to have a quick turnaround?
You know what? I don't got to go to. I just show up and go. We're not hitting on field tomorrow, so it's just show and go, which honestly I need. We've been grinding this whole week, and I think the team needs it. So, yeah.
And then you had 14 runs as a team on Thursday, 9 last night, and 11 today. This offense is just clicking down the stretch of this season. Does it help you at all as a hitter to have everyone around you working in tandem?
Absolutely. I mean, if everyone comes together, we'll just keep on scoring more runs, which that's how you win ball games. So, yeah.
All right, one more question before you leave. We asked Beckett Turnbow the same question yesterday when he was stick of the game, but we were having this debate. on the booth. It has nothing to do with baseball. But can you give us your top 3 favorite sauces?
Sauces?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Give a couple shout-outs. Doesn't have to be in order, but
Ketchup.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fry sauce.
From where?
Anywhere
in
I don't even know.
particular?
Yeah. I don't know.
Just any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Love that.
I hate to be on the spot and everything. Sorry about that.
No, all good. So ketchup was in both of our top 3.
Yeah. What was Beckett's?
He shouted out Wingstop Ranch, which is kind of a...
ranch. I love ranch.
Yeah,
Do you
okay.
love ranch?
There you
Okay.
go.
I'm not a big ranch guy personally.
No,
but
we went the Wingstop Ranch, and then cane sauce
Right,
was
and
also
Chick-fil-A
involved,
sauce.
which
Yep.
is basically just fry sauce.
Uh-huh.
And then I forget what he went with.
Yeah,
outside
I
of
think
that.
it was Chick-fil-A sauce, but I was a big Frank's Red Hot sauce guy.
Oh.
I love hot sauce. And then Angus shouted out an interesting one.
Oh, Thousand Island dressing.
Yeah.
You know what? That's not bad. I love salads. So
Salads,
go.
big salad guy. I'm not a big salad guy, so
Shocker.
you need that.
Anyway, Rylan Gullard, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations. Yep, of course.
All right. See you guys.
See a four-hit game of the season by any Fish Sticks player. Rylan Gullard had a couple of chances to become the first to have a 5-hit game, but just a remarkable game nonetheless, and what's been a remarkable season for him.
Yeah, he's been so good, and like I said, he hadn't performed well against this team, which is just so shocking for him based on how well he's fared against the rest of the league, but just rakes today. This is more of what we've seen from him this summer as we get a look at all the highlights. Braden Bartholomew brought home Gullard and Alex Samada to get this one rolling. The Dudes hadn't recorded out at this point, and the Fish Sticks were already ahead 3-0. And that was really the tone setter for the evening.
And then the next inning, with the bases loaded, it was Hellner that came around with a bases clearing double the opposite way. Hellner had been struggling a little bit up to that point, but that made it 6-0, and the Sticks just really didn't look back from there. And then Will Cooley with an RBI single. Again, a great game for him. That drove in Tyler Eisenhut back in the 3rd inning. 7 runs plated in the first 3 innings for the Sticks, and then this was Gullard's triple, his 4th hit of the game in the 5th inning alone. That one scored the first of 2 RBIs for him, and then there we go. We got a hairline reveal from Crispy. And we got some excited fans in the background, and then Braden Bartholomew got his 2nd hit and 4th RBI of the game that just whizzed past Maddox Nichols at first. And Braden Bartholomew has been on such a tear this season, and a big reason that this team has had such an offensive explosion that you mentioned in that interview with Gullard.
Yeah, his team leading RBI total is now up to 32 with 4 more tonight. He led the team tonight with 4, and 5 homers, 32 runs batted in. Just all kinds of production. He is the Dick's RBI drive-in of the game with that 3-run shot that, again, put the Fish Sticks out in front for good. From here, it was just cruise control for the Fish Sticks the whole night. They didn't really give up any runs that felt important to the Dudes all night long.
So 11-3 is your final score, and like is tradition on Saturday nights, the kids have finished their running of the bases and are now have time as the Fish Sticks players are available. Again, the last time that they can do this is next Saturday. That's their second, or actually that is their final game of the season, I believe, is next Saturday.
Sure is, and one more tomorrow at 1:05. That's an early first pitch for the Sunday matinee on Seal Slinger Sunday, and then 3 more next weekend against Elevate Northwest. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, July 30th through August 1st.
There is a 31st day in July. That is what I learned from Angus today. But an 11-3 victory, and for everyone behind the scenes, led by our director, Connor Ryan, and for my partner over here at Angus Trangmo, I am Kyle Sweeney saying so long for tonight. We'll see you in less than 24 hours tomorrow afternoon for the Seal Slingers against the Merchants on the Fish Sticks Network.